Yeah, so, howdy, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to our first stream in 3 weeks. I can't believe it's been that long, and I can't believe I'm still sick. So throughout the night, I've got this big, giant-ass Columbus Blue Jackets cup full of ice water that I'm going to be chugging. I'll probably need to refill it at some point. My throat is still a little bit sore. My cough is still very much present, so I'm going to try not to cough directly into this mic, but it's going to be hard since the mic is right in front of my mouth. But anyway, we are back. The Border Boys are back. We apologize that we did not get to finish Borderlands 2 as we planned, but time just got away from us and A Way Out happened, which was one of the best games we've ever played.
Fucking worth it.
It was definitely worth it to stray away from Borderlands 2 for a while, but our plan now is to stick with Borderlands 3 either until we finish it together or get tired of it and want to switch to something else. Which, you know, if time has proven anything, it's that we usually do things for a little bit and then switch. Although I will say let's think back on it. So we did Far Cry New Dawn. And then what did we do? Did we do something before that? Boy. Or was that our first thing that we did?
We had played like MLB a time or two. Like, played Destiny, I think, one time.
Yeah, and then it was Far Cry, and we played Far Cry to completion, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know if we ever took any breaks. Maybe we took like a Destiny break at one point, and that was it, and then we just played through all of Far Cry.
Yeah, we're kind of, you know what, we can actually beat this whole game, I think.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway, yeah, so thank you for tuning back in. Just still waiting for people to fill in at this point. I know the stream just went live. Yeah. But Alex has played a little bit of Borderlands 3, but I have not played any. So I'm curious to see what happens when I push this play button, because I haven't created a character yet. But if it's like Borderlands 2, I should be able to just like hop right in and join my buddy. So without further ado, let's start this shit. Let's see what happens.
Hell yeah.
All right. Wait, it says load character or add split screen for my options for play.
Let me see. I'm curious if I hit new game, since you're in my group.
Yeah, if it'll just go.
What's it say on above, like in the top right corner? What's that saying? It's a little blurry for me. Like above your J. Stevens up there?
What's it say? It says Swirly is navigating menus.
Okay, so I think if I hit new game, play on normal.
Oh, Ben's in the chat. He says, look at that fuzzy cam. Is it really fuzzy? Does it look bad? This is the PlayStation camera.
It's a little light, but I can't remember what it looked like last time, to be honest.
I don't remember what it looked like for A Way Out. The quality is going to vary because I'm sitting right in front of the TV, so whatever color's up on the TV is whatever color my face is going to be. So apologies for that. The only camera I really have to use with this setup is PlayStation camera, which isn't great, but
my tale begins here on this backward.
Oh, you motherfuckers bitched at us for not having video, and now you're bitching about the video. I don't want to hear shit.
Greed and violence, and it is.
And where's Billy's ass? Billy's ass better get in this stream at some point. I've been watching every one of those motherfuckers' streams.
Yeah, right.
Vault Hunters.
So from what I heard, this game starts on Pandora and then goes to other planets?
I think so, yeah. Because it looks very much like your normal ass fucking like dusty Borderlands setting. Where I'm still in the very opening section, but like it plays good though. Like if you're wanting to play some Borderlands, like this is it for you right here.
Yeah. Never been a better time to play Borderlands, some might say.
Right. I'm finally almost done officially writing the list for later.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to like actually write it down so I can just read it.
And get past the initial stuff, we'll start our list. Which last stream, which if you've forgotten by now, I wouldn't blame you. It's been so long. But we listed our top 10 favorite bands of all time. And so we kind of just like took turns and went back and forth one by one. So if you want to do that again this week, like start at 10 and we'll just go back and forth. Okay.
I like that because it was like a real good build up to.
So yeah, this week,
alright,
last week,
officially done.
Last stream we did top 10 favorite bands. This week we're doing top 10 favorite movie comedies. We were gonna do just movies in general, but it'd be too
Josh's like, y'all trying to make this a top 30 or?
Yeah, seriously. I've already got like 25 movies written down for my top movies of all time. So we might make a like a jumbo list and do like a jumbo Borderlands stream. I like the idea of doing that, like doing a longer than usual stream and having a longer than usual list. Maybe that's what we can do, like wait, save it for the end of Borderlands 3 and then close it out with that.
Right. I think that'd be cool. I also wrote down 30 comedy movies, and I was just like thinking of ones to put on my list.
Turns out comedy movies are fucking great.
Yeah. These videos are so fucking good.
The opening, yeah.
Oh yeah, they always have a kick-ass song. Like the first Borderlands had
Ain't No Rest
for the Wicked. Yeah. That was the first time I'd heard that song.
Ben said in the comments, dope
See,
song
Ben knows.
time. Yeah,
Exactly.
Ben knows.
They always kill it.
And what'd you say the song was in the second game? I already forget.
I don't...
Or you don't know what it is?
I can't remember. We literally like, just saw it too.
Ben, what was the song in Borderlands 2? Ben will know.
Oh.
It was the heavy song, Ben said.
It was the heavy song.
Yeah, Ben's typing in all caps tonight. Ben's coming for our fucking necks tonight.
Shit, man. That's Borderlands. He's a fucking psycho!
Fuck off, he's broken in half! Fuck.
Oh, he's
I've
good
just
boy.
I've got my iPad open for chat, so I will be watching chat throughout the night, but I've also got my new iPhone up downloading all my Spotify songs, and it's taken forever.
Oh, yeah.
Who does this song?
Borderlands 3 song. Grizz. G-R-I-Z. Everything is capitalized but the I.
Okay.
Can't Hold Me Down.
I've heard this song before, for sure.
It's not too bad.
So I'm thinking it's playing as either Flack or her. I haven't decided yet.
I made the operative earlier, and I was going to play the siren.
I like the idea of playing as her, because usually I would go with like the commando, and it seems like she's just like cycling out different types of guns.
She looks
and
so
stuff.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to do that.
And then Flack, you have like the different animals you could have as like your companion. So like, to me, I think about Far Cry, like all the times we could have had an animal companion that we could have sicked on people.
Right.
I think in the Bombcast this week, Jeff said that he was playing as Zane, and he hates playing as Zane, so that wasn't even...
Oh, man, I fucking loved it.
Did you really?
I think he's really cool. Yeah. See, I don't think I would like Flack. I usually don't like the... Like, my thing is I drop a thing that just attacks for me.
Oh, yeah, instead of
like... And, like, that seems like his whole thing. He's fucking huge, though. Look how big he is.
I know. That's why I'm thinking I might go with the gunner. I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna play Amara for sure. This should be where we pick.
It's a
beautiful day full of
opportunity.
Love Marcus.
So, who's coming?
All right, here we go.
Yep. There we go, cool.
So I'm playing as Mose. The name of my new Borderlands character and the name of one of my favorite Mexican restaurants.
Huh? Hell yeah.
You picked a hell of a time to join the Crimson Raiders.
Crimson Raiders.
Good to see someone survived the attack. I'm Lilith.
This reminds me of... Which Halo game was the one? Have you played all the Halo games?
I have not, actually.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. Ben can help me out here. Ben, what was the Halo game? Was it the 5th one that you and me and Aaron played together where Cortana came up on the screen like that in the character's head all the time? I think that was that one.
See, Borderlands has done that before. I think it was Borderlands 2.
Okay, yeah.
Eventually happens.
Try to stay alive. I'd hate to lose a new customer.
Fuck, it might have been the first one. I can't remember.
I remember it from one of the Halo games, and I think it was 5 because of how persistent it was. Like throughout the campaign, it happened so often.
Welcome to Pandora.
Hey, you must be the new recruit.
So weird because you can just barely tell this is a different Claptrap voice.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it as much.
Yeah.
Surely you know who I am. The Tiger of Patali?
Do you hear your voice, or is it my character's
It's your
voice?
character talking.
Oh, okay.
It's Amara.
Thanks. I'll pre-order murder your tombstone just in case. Now, those jerks
Zane's Irish. He's got some really fucking good little one-liners in this.
Oh, really?
Which reminds me, if you're going to obey my every beck and call, you'll need an echo device.
Okay.
Take that shit.
The Echo 3. Slightly more powerful than the Echo 2, and twice as expensive. Besides, the Echo 2 had a tiny issue with spontaneous combustion, so they rebranded those as grenades. Now listen up, recruit. Lilith ordered us to take over a Children of the Vault propaganda center. Time to show those culty weirdos that no one messes with the Crimson Raiders. Follow me, recruit, to glory!
To glory!
You could definitely hear the difference in voice when he yelled like Claptrap.
Right.
Krista's
Like,
in the
I think he
chat.
did a good job with the tone.
She said, "Hey, Border Boys."
Oh, what's up? We out here.
Once we defeat the cult, I'll be famous.
Retweet your tweet.
When I'm signing autographs, I need you looking sharp while defending me from my legion.
So I only pre-ordered the regular, or I don't even think I pre-ordered. I think I just ordered the regular edition of this game. So I didn't
Yeah,
get any,
I just
didn't
went
get
into
any
GameStop and
skins or
bought it.
anything.
User agreement.
Yeah, this is so funny.
Don't worry, corporations have our best interests at heart. And Hyperion.
And you have to actually scroll down to the bottom, I think.
The propaganda center is this way.
It's called style, bitches.
Oh God, it's called style, bitches. She says.
This can't be happening. The entire mission is ruined. Think, Claptrap, think. You're brave and powerful, and people always do what you tell them to.
Krista said, "We back, and we back, and we back."
Oh.
Get that gate open. That's an
We got some monies over here.
officer.
Oh damn, my boy's over here just looting away.
Hell yeah.
Gotta pull this lever.
I do love the map in this.
Yeah. So what was the thing? Did you listen to the Bombcast this week?
Yeah.
What was the thing they
their
were talking
points
about? Like
make
the,
sense.
Yeah, like their points make sense, but what was the thing they were saying about like the quality of life change? The one that Ben said he really liked, where they like you can like mark more than one thing on the map, like more than one waypoint or something now.
I haven't noticed that yet,
Okay.
but
Like you could just push
underneath
like
the
a
mini-map,
directional button to like do something.
yeah. Underneath the mini-map, once we start getting quests, and once you have more than one, you can hit left and right on the D-pad, and it'll shuffle through your active one.
That's I think
and then
what
whichever's
you're talking about.
active, yeah, it'll pop up on the, like, show that mini-map, like diamond or whatever.
Yeah.
You can also sprint and press circle to do a slide now.
Okay. Ben said this sure is fucking Borderlands, huh?
Fuck yeah, bro.
It's more Borderlands, bro. That's what we signed up for.
Hell yeah. So people are like, I played this already. I'm like, well, it's been 7 years for me, so I'm ready to go back. It's been
Yeah,
a time.
even after revisiting Borderlands 2 multiple times since Borderlands 2 came out, I've been ready for a new
Maybe
Borderlands
just follow
game for
this
a
idiot.
while.
Mm-hmm. Claptrap's doing his stealth song and dance.
Okay, so I don't know where you stand on this side of history, but I've never really liked Claptrap that much.
I thought it was interesting at first.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say,
then I was like,
back
oh,
in
he
the
just
day,
keeps going, huh?
in the very first Borderlands game, which I still, to this day, it might be an unpopular opinion, I still think Borderlands 1 is the best one.
I loved the first fucking Borderlands.
really
I'll
loved
never
the first
forget
game.
playing
Yeah.
that game.
So we're throwing stealth out the window?
It's so good.
There's just something about it, and I've gone back and played a little bit more of it on PC since I played it back on, it was either Xbox 360 or PS3 that I played it on, but it like still holds up, and it's still like fun,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like, there's like a douche culture around this game that it really rubs me the wrong way, and you can tell that like the writers are starting to embrace it now more than ever, but
Yeah, which is so
like-
fucking weird. Like, it's just a goddamn game.
yeah.
People are like, no, bro, this is fucking serious. Like, oh, it's so, like, really good, smart writing. Like, they're so funny. Like, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
literally not.
It's not, yeah.
So you also, on the bottom right, where you've got your ammo and everything,
Oh,
where it
yeah.
says pistol, you see how there's like a little D-pad? If you hit down,
Oh!
there's like secondary modes. It's like
That's
the
dope as
secondary is
fuck.
like, it's like little rockets come out.
Yeah.
Because it's the same, like the one I had, like in my regular game, I had this other pistol I got. that it's an automatic pistol, but it's like down like secondary fire was double barrel it's called, where it just literally just fires twice as fast. So it's just like the whole clip's gone.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And bandits are incredibly stupid.
Okay, we're going to surrender. Please don't kill us,
Crapbot.
It almost like I have HDR turned on for this, and it almost like feels weird having the game look this good but still be like cartoony.
Right. I love the whole cell shading.
Yeah.
Like graphic style, like this and Telltale games. I think it looks so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it. Another victory for the Crimson Raiders.
Which I always wanted to play the Borderlands Telltale, but I never got around to it because apparently it's actually like
I've heard
this game
really good.
picks up after that. Like they actually get into it. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, now we get to shoot some.
I'm gonna try this alternate fire out on this gun. These zip rockets, they're called.
Yeah, it's like frustratingly inaccurate, but if you get somebody, it's nice.
Wasted and pasted.
Wasted and pasted.
My chili recipe dies with me. That's just so random.
Down you go.
Nice. Crap! Ah. Got some shit to loot in here, probably.
So you set it to where we both have like the separate loot still?
Yeah. So anything you find, just go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Claptrap can be a little claptrap.
Oh shit! There's guns in
Still one
here.
of us. You're gonna have to save it. We'll be there soon.
The item comparison's a little overwhelming to me.
Yeah, for sure. I could definitely
Like
see
the
that.
green and red are so bright that it's like, okay, what am I actually looking at here?
So this is just like a pistol with a scope on it that I just picked up. That looks like another type of pistol. Let's see, is there anything else around here to loot? There's a box over here.
So you get 2 guns to start.
I like the was that a thing in 2, like the auto ammo pickup, like, or did you have to? I remember
No.
like manually. Yeah, that's awesome. That it just
Yeah.
automatically picks stuff up for you now.
Right, which is fucking wild that it had to be like a change they made after
Yeah.
the 4th game. They're like, hey, you don't have to pick up everything of like all the money or anything anymore.
Yeah,
You
I
just
was gonna
stand
say
there.
I remember like obsessively pushing the square button, and now you just don't have to.
And I found myself still doing that, like just loot.
Oh
square,
yeah, I mean
square, square, square,
I
square,
absolutely
square.
am right now.
Mhm. I think we grabbed everything potentially.
I always check every nook and cranny.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing Brad was
If
saying
nothing
was
else for money
he
at the
said,
beginning.
He's on the podcast. He said it was frustrating that it was like such an empty world. Like once you get to where it gets open, like he would like go looking for all this hidden stuff because there's all these open areas and then there's just nothing in them.
Yeah. They do a good job of, they meant like, every time I'd finish a side mission, like a new exclamation point would show up. So at least it's like, well, if I want to go find a side quest, like, I just run right here, right now, and I can get it.
Use
Yeah.
this help! I need you alive to save me!
Level 2! It looks like whenever either one of us picks up money, that it just automatically gets to the other person. So I noticed you looting stuff and money was popping
Yeah.
up. And then I went and found, like, an already opened, like, locker that usually has money in it.
Yeah,
So that's cool. Oh, fuck.
I just got 2 trophies.
Nice. I got a bunch of them. Like there's a lot of real quick, easy ones.
Yeah.
Can survive a showdown with Shiv unprotected. Look around for a shield.
So there's a little, excuse me, a little chest all over the place.
Man, I'm already like it feels like a Borderlands game, but I do already feel like the improvements.
Right? Like, it just, like, a lot of what they said makes sense to me about, like, a lot of stuff still kind of stuck
Yeah.
as, like, an older game. But, like, I would rather this, honestly, than them try to, like,
completely
change up the
it,
game.
yeah.
Like it's still Borderlands. Like if you don't want to play a game that's like this, then you just don't play Borderlands.
Yeah, yeah. I will say I'm looking forward to like a change of scenery because I feel like I'm just playing a little bit more Borderlands 2 right now. But
yeah,
I am excited to see the other locales because I feel like Borderlands, or I guess like this feels more like Borderlands 1 because Borderlands 2 you start in that snow area and you're there forever.
oh that's true. Yeah.
But
oh, you can also I think it's called mantling. Is that what it's called?
yeah, I think so. I need
Like
to
you can
unlock all
grab
my
edges of
skills here.
stuff to climb.
I need to take a look
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
shit, me
skill
too.
tree so I can dismiss this thing. Here's my skill tree popping up. Taking a fucking light year to pop up.
Yep. Alright.
Alright, so Moze can choose from multiple action skills to start. Moze's Iron Bear mech can be outfitted with a number of action skill abilities. Mix and match skills or double up on a powerful favorite. So that's what Ben was saying in the podcast, was that like he was like trying to skip around and do all of them, but really Borderlands is
Yeah,
meant
it's
to be,
never
like,
good.
You're supposed to just like pick one and stick with it.
Yeah.
So, the question is, do I go with minigun, grenade launcher, or railgun?
So I think the most important ones to look at are the very top and the very bottom.
Okay.
To decide which you want to go for.
Yeah.
But you can always I forget how, but you can still like get all your points back to like respec and stuff if you want to switch. Phase grip.
Man, the one skill, okay, for the minigun, I was already liking the sound of the minigun. The very last skill you unlock is called Forge, where she constantly regenerates ammo for her currently equipped weapon.
Oh shit.
That's like a fucking
Just fucking
game
fire
changer.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to look at the other two to make like an informed decision here, but let's see.
Oh fuck. I don't think I'll pick this one because it's very melee heavy. Which I mean, her thing is she grows 6 arms, so it's probably gonna happen a lot. But it's phase slam. She leaps into the air and slams the ground, dealing damage to all nearby enemies and knocking them up into the air.
Crazy.
The last one is called Blitz, where it's melee override. You press R3 while aiming at an enemy to make her dash a short distance forward and perform a special melee strike, dealing elemental melee damage. And if it kills somebody, it immediately gets recharged.
So what's this slot 1, slot 2 thing?
I don't know if other classes can do this, but like my guy can, instead of having a grenade, I could have a second one of these like active powers selected.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure is like a Zane specialty, so I just put like slot 1.
Yeah.
I think it's just to map if it's L1 or R1, I think.
Because I have
like
I have
preference, I
slot
think.
1 and slot 2 filled with the minigun, but then can I make one the minigun and one the grenade launcher? Apparently? I can?
I guess so, if you can too, yeah. Because I only have one slot available.
So I can have 2 of these 3 guns equipped at any time, but I can only, like, I should pick one level up tree and stick with that level up tree.
Right, it's pretty much like, what do you want your main one, and then which other side power do you think is cool?
Okay.
Alright, that makes sense. I think I can only have the one.
Yeah. Yeah, so right
So I
now
can
I've
do
got
that slam.
I've got the minigun and the grenade launcher, and I think I'm gonna focus on the minigun so I can get to that forge perk. Alright, so that's what I'm gonna that's the plan for right now.
I don't know if I like these powers, John. What do you think? So I basically have the big slam.
Let's see, I might need to move PS camera advanced settings. Alright, stream might pause for a second, but I need to switch my camera position to upper left. I think that'll be for the best.
Covered and stuff.
Yeah, it was like covering like the bottom
The health.
part of the screen and all that stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I switched it. But anyway, what were you
I think
saying?
I'm
You
gonna
said
go
you
with
weren't
this.
you were not happy with the skills.
Well, I'm not sure which one I want to go for. So there's that one that I slam the ground and they go flying up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
That one seems cool. Then there's phase cast, where I pretty much like you send an astral projection of yourself forward. So it's just like it'll just blast everything it hits. Like I just like throw something out from in front of me.
Yeah.
And then there's a fist comes up out of the ground and holds them in place. Which that sounds a lot like in Borderlands 2, the Siren I was playing, where it's like that ball that they like float up in the air.
Yeah.
I think that might be nice for us to like lock in on like a really big baddie. Like this is a big guy, fucking hold him there for a second or something. Hmm.
So I have to pick a shield here. Are they all the same, or are they all capacity and recharge? Okay.
Yeah. I'm picking this phase cast. Fuck it. That does look cool.
Not really, but it just
Oh, that took way too long.
from killing you in one hit. Now let's get you in there, recruit. Hey, shit! All your dumb friends are dead. I
That's
challenge
weird.
you to a trial by combat.
I have a shield
Because
now.
I'm stuck to this magnet, my loyal champion shall vanquish you in my stead.
Come on in, heretic!
The fuck? I never like. I watched the chest empty out, but I have a shield equipped.
Hmm.
Very weird.
Interesting.
So I definitely picked that.
Yeah. So we have to like go after this guy now. Okay, that big door opened.
Yeah. Yeah, Shiv.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a shield equipped too. Like the first one that I picked up, it equipped, and then I've got some other ones in my backpack.
Yeah, because wasn't there 4 on that thing you looted?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just randomly had one of them, which I don't know why I would have done that.
Huh.
Whatever.
I thought the whole point of like individual loot was that everybody gets everything.
Yeah, that's why I thought we were both gonna get all 4 of those. Whatever.
I'm gonna sharpen my blade on your spine!
Look at this big motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
With his one little tiny arm.
Yeah. Brought a knife to a gunfight. Motherfucker, just do this thing. Oh, that looked cool.
Alright, so how do you use the abilities? Which buttons is it?
So on the bottom right, that yellow thing is your L1 and the right one is the R1.
Oh, okay.
So yours is mapped to L1.
One for the
Okay.
Crimson Raiders.
And then it'll like fill back up and have a number when it gets close to being almost done.
Okay.
We got a fucking shotgun. So did you see me pick up that gun? Or did you already pick up all of them?
Oh, I picked them all up, I think. Or wait.
Okay,
No,
okay,
oh,
that
wait, yeah,
it
no, there's
actually
a-
worked that time.
There's a shotgun on the ground that I need to pick up.
Okay, perfect, because I also got that shotgun.
Okay.
This is a
So I
different
can
shotgun than
have-
what I picked up.
So I have 3 guns now. I thought you could only have 2.
You should only have 2. Unless that's a thing with your
It put
class.
did the other games do that? Like when I picked up the shotgun, it put my pistol with a scope into my backpack.
If you can either press square just to pick it up, or if you hold it,
Or to equip.
it'll like
okay,
equip,
that's
pick up
okay.
and equip.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why then.
Shotguns feel fucking. I think it was Jan talked about it. Jason about how good shotguns weirdly feel in this game, and he's so fucking right.
Okay.
Shotguns are really, really good. Alright, magnet controls.
I'm like way behind you because I'm just like opening up all these.
Oh no,
things.
you're fine. Me too. I think I finally got to where I'm stacked on ammo for all the random shit, so I'm suddenly not able to pick anything up.
Yeah.
It's nice that money goes to, like, you just grab money
Yeah.
and it went into my inventory. Yep. I have 321.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one over here too.
That's exactly how much I have.
Nice.
Alright, there's a magnet control up here that I'm gonna push.
Yep.
Oh boy.
You done killed him.
How do you
Yeah,
get
you can
down
jump
from
off.
there? Just jump down.
There's no, pretty sure there's no fall damage.
Yep, that's crazy.
I got you.
Or claptrap.
You have to push and hold it, I'm assuming? Okay.
Yeah. You just fill up that bar.
Wow! I did it!
This is a weird looking shotgun that I have.
It's
It's got like a curved barrel. Yeah, you got the same one.
Oh, yeah. So mine's got like a scope on it.
Yeah, mine doesn't have that. That's weird.
Yeah. Because I got an even different one when I played yesterday, but it was weirdly still a shotgun that guy
Okay.
dropped.
So there is still like
Little
some
so
randomness to
good.
the drops.
Yeah.
I can be your angle or I can be your demon.
Angle.
I saw like somebody like, you know how like some guys that are like ghetto and they like misspell things but they want to like talk sweet on their girls. It was like a picture
Oh
of a
my
guy
God,
like that. He was just like, baby, I could be your angle or I could be your demon. It was like a text or something that somebody sent like his girlfriend.
Destroyed every
Like
Fucking
somebody just
idiot.
like put a picture of like a right angle next to a picture of a demon.
So what's your name, killer?
Why is her ass crack like visible?
Okay, well,
She keeps turning around.
Alex over here looking at the NPC's ass crack, so I feel like I gotta join.
No,
in.
I thought I noticed it in the fucking cutscene,
Yeah, her ass crack is.
and I was like,
visible.
why is that a thing?
Leave it to They don't call you Swirly Games for nothing, I guess. All this
Yeah,
toilet, all
I'd be
this
swirling
toilet
around
games-
this chick trying to get. Yeah.
Yeah, about that. It's a weird thing.
Not on my channel. My channel is a godly channel with nothing but
Oh, damn.
100% Christian humor.
The badass like
G rated for God.
fighting chance. Welcome to the
G-rated for God. You fucking genius.
That grenade model comes in handy.
We got a new grenade.
Before we get started.
Nothing like a good
I'll
mission
catch
complete pop too at the end of like completing a mission.
Oh,
no matter
man.
how big or small the mission is, that like.
Yes.
Oh man.
Got a grenade now. Or an
Alright.
actual.
What are we doing next? I'm gonna let you be the navigator since it's your technically like your save file and stuff.
I'll
Okay.
equip it.
Did you equip that grenade that we just got?
I did not, so I need to go in and do that.
Hey, do you hear bloodthirsty screaming?
More COV.
we
Let's
go.
see what you got, recruit.
Oh fuck, they're coming.
Too many of
Oh boy,
them.
here we go.
Dude.
Here we go.
Oh god. You're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
a
shotgun
lot of
just
blood.
fucking knocks people over. They just ragdoll so hard. And in this game, that's what you want.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Lieberman knows! He knows! Fine! Lieberman! I'm here to take Skylar!
Like they
They're
actually
just
knock
like-
them on their
Yeah,
ass.
literally just like it's like putting them in the air like they're floating.
Yeah. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Nice fighting, killer.
Because I'm assuming like once you get to like the bigger like enemies that
Yeah.
like that actually would weigh more, they probably don't get knocked back that easily or something like
Let's
that.
see. I can pick up this cool-headed shotgun, which does better damage but less accuracy. So let's try this guy out and see how we do with it.
So that's cool because I didn't even have a gun like drop over there, which I kind of like the idea of like
There's still being
we're not
some
both
random,
gonna get the exact same number. Yeah. It's like Diablo's really fucking good about that. Like, oh, I got nothing. I'm like, oh fuck, legendary. Like,
I think I feel like the sprint speed is just right in this too. Like I feel like in the other
Mhm.
games it was like too slow.
yeah,
Like especially in a game like this where I'm gonna need to be doing a lot of like backtracking and like map navigating and stuff. Like
Mhm.
like make me fucking just like rocket my way around this
zip
map.
around.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we got a foothold. Maybe things are turning our way. Come on, killer, you're with me. Let me catch you
Come
up.
on, killer.
A while back, we
Old
found a
Keller.
map. Led to vaults all over the Borderlands. Dream come true, right? I didn't realize how big of a target it would make us. We got attacked and the map was lost. I've been looking for it ever since. This way. I was so focused on finding the map, I didn't notice that
Yeah, the whole idea is like
the big
there's a
place
map
used
apparently
to be
that like
harder
shows
than
where all the
fun.
vaults in like the
Now
universe
we're
are or
on
some
the
shit,
front
Oh,
end.
okay.
and they're trying to find it. and now all the psychos and bandits from the old games used to just be like their own thing, but now they're united,
Let's take a look around.
and they're these children of the vault now.
Okay.
And their followers worship them like gods.
Ben says, looks like you got the clap trap. That is.
Oh, got him.
Heyo.
Well, there's 2 Bens in there. Beelies are nice in the chat.
Yeah, this is Aaron fucking around with his usual shenanigans. That's still one of my favorite things that Aaron's ever done, is this account.
It's very good.
He legitimately, at what stream was that where Aaron came on and he like made some comment and I was like, Ben, how could you say that? And then actual Ben was like, you know I would never say this.
I'll stand guard.
Man, speaking of karate, that fucking song you showed me before we started this stream.
Oh man, fuck me up. That shit was so good.
Yeah, not as good as the song from League of Legends though.
I don't even remember what that fucking song is called. That shit was so good.
It's something weird, but it's like a weird like K-pop.
KDA
K-pop
Pop
song.
Star or something like that.
Yeah, KDA Pop Star. Ben, I feel like Ben would dig that. Ben, have you heard that League of Legends pop song that they released to like sell more skins or whatever?
I'm the real Ben, prove me wrong. I mean, fuck, he's got a point.
Christa said claptrap that ass, and Aaron said I'm the real Ben, prove me wrong. So this is going to be funny throughout the night. I'm going to read Aaron's comments as Aaron, and he's just going to be commenting as Ben.
I'll open the gate.
I mean, he's got a point. I can't prove him.
Free brainwash, bring friend, come in.
Yeah.
Come on, this way.
All right,
Summers.
well, free brainwash, I'm down for that. Let's go.
Hell yeah. The droughts. There's the first... This area is fucking huge, though.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's really cool. The world map looks nice, too, because you can, like, turn it on, like, the fucking Y-axis now, too. Like, it's not just zooming out.
Yeah.
Like, you can actually, like, angle it to be, like, level with the ground. And it actually helps you show, like, areas that are higher up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's
cool.
nice.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's still very clunky to... Because, like, while looking at the world map, you can't... Like, your quest log isn't on the screen at the same time. So, like, the shuffling through quests has to be done on a different screen, which is... It only takes, like, a second or two longer, but it's just weird. Like, why wouldn't you... They just throw that on there.
Aaron said, what does Swirly know about Ben?
Oh, man. I know he loves 69. First and foremost. Probably his favorite. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah. No, you can't. It's just the truth.
Can't do it.
I just had a really dumb idea. I don't know if I'm going to actually go through with it.
Oh, there's shotguns on this.
I thought about
door right
whatever
here.
Aaron said, what do you really know about Ben? I thought about maybe doing top 5 Ben facts and giving you 5 facts, and some of them were true and some of them were false, and see which ones
I gotta try to find... Yeah. There we go.
Alright. Well, actually, more importantly, instead of doing that nonsense, what do you say about us starting our comedy lists?
You know, I forgot we had a list.
Aaron said he's not
wrong.
Alright, so, as we said at the top of the stream, last time we streamed, we did our top 10 movies of all... bands. What am I thinking?
Oh, fuck.
Jesus. Oh, fuck.
He's a fucking mess.
I'm seriously, I'm all fucked up, guys. But anyway, so tonight we are going to do top 10 movie comedies of all time. We put a lot of time and thought into these lists. Some of us definitely didn't just finish them tonight as the stream has just started, so don't worry about that.
Exactly.
But anyway, I'll let you go first. So, is there any explanation you want to give for your list, or do you just want to dive right in?
Oh, man. Well, I'll say this. Like I said, when I was first starting to put it together, I was like, let me just, like, any comedy I can think of that would be, like, notable enough for me to put on there. Let's just see what I can come up with. In about 5 minutes, I had 30 movies on there.
Yep.
So then after that, I was like, okay, well, now that I have this, like, realistically, which do I think could be on the list? And I just put a little, like, put a mark next to them. And at the end, I had counted them, and it was exactly 10. I was like, all right, well, there's the 10. And then I just had to put them in an order from there.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'll go right to it. So my number 10 is a pretty, I would say a lot of my, like, there's no, like, deep cuts on mine. I feel like
They're all pretty
well
mainstream.
known.
Yeah.
Like there's a very. I would be shocked if there's any of these that you haven't seen. I
Okay.
would say.
Okay. I think that's where I'm at with mine as well.
My number 10. You motorboating son of a bitch. Wedding Crashers.
Okay.
Is number 10.
I'll be
Love
honest.
Wedding
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I was about to say like I haven't seen that at all, and I'm like, well, fuck. First one,
Yep.
you hadn't seen it.
No, it's been a while. That movie's what, like early 2000s, mid 2000s, like
I wanna
2004,
say, yeah.
2005. Maybe?
I think it was like mid school or middle school. I almost said mid school. What the fuck is that?
Mid-school.
Middle
Going to
school when that
mid-school.
came out. Yeah. Low, mid, and high
Hey,
school.
do we need to get in a vehicle or
We can't yet.
we can't yet? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a little side mission over here, which I don't know how you feel about side missions. We
It's
can
up
do
to-
them if
it's
you
up
want.
to
If
you.
not,
We can do them if they sound interesting, or if you want to do them. Like I said, you are the fucking guide master in this stream.
okay.
So
This one's not too bad. We just have to fix this gun thing. Yeah, that was like I feel like there's a lot of movies that came out like late 2000s that were just really fucking good comedies.
yeah.
And yeah, just Vince Vaughn, and I literally never remember what the actress's name. The one who plays like the fucking crazy girl that's with Vince Vaughn, the
Yeah, is that
redhead.
Isla Fisher?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, where she's just like, I'll find you. Like she's
Yeah.
her fucking character in that is so funny. It's a good one. I love that movie.
Okay, so Alex's number 10 is Wedding Crashers. My
Hell
number
yeah.
10, I can't believe I had
Is
to
Wedding
rank this.
Crashers.
I can't believe I had to rank this so low because I fucking love this movie. The sequel is not as great, but I still think it's funny. They put out a really long unrated cut of the second movie that made me really dislike the second movie a lot, but I think in the case of the first movie in this series, the unrated cut's really funny, and the original cut's still very, very funny for a PG-13 comedy. So my number 10 is Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Oh shit. Okay.
One of my favorite Will Ferrell roles by far, one of the most quotable. I love Steve Carell in that movie as Brick Tamlin. How he's just
yeah.
like, I love Lamp, and Brick killed a man.
Where'd you get that grenade? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I
just
agree. The
love
first
it.
one's way better than
Yeah, the second one is really lackluster, and then I don't know if you ever saw that unrated like director's cut or whatever, but it was just too fucking long, and it was almost like they put the outtakes back in the movie. It was just them trying
just
jokes
for the
that
sake.
didn't work over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can see
Krista
that.
said, haven't seen Wedding Crashers, but Anchorman is fantastic.
Oh,
So
Wedding
we'll-
Crashers is good.
Yeah, we'll show
So
Krista
I've got
Wedding
that one on
Crashers
Blu-ray.
at some point. I think, we can make
Yeah.
it happen that way. I
Bradley
think it's on
Cooper's in it. He's a psycho.
I always forgot that Bradley Cooper's in that. It's been so long. Because really, honestly, Bradley Cooper was not on the map for me as much until The Hangover. Honestly.
I would say The Hangover's when I really. But now he's got such good range, like as an actor.
Oh,
Like he's
yeah,
done fucking
he's-
everything.
We talked about this before, but it's like he just took all the talent that any man could possibly possess and took it
Yeah,
all for
like
himself.
fuck you. Like it's actually not fair.
I will say that the first time I watched Silver Linings Playbook, I didn't like it because I didn't know what kind of movie it was going to be. Because the only thing I had seen Bradley Cooper do at that point was be funny. I hadn't seen him do a serious role. But especially now over the years of my own personal mental health struggles have gotten to be a lot. That movie has climbed its way up into my favorites and means a lot to me now because it is a very accurate portrayal of bipolar disorder and all that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, Bradley Cooper still can be really funny, but he's excelling as a drama actor now too, and it's just
Oh my God.
because it usually just doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, and fucking Stars Born is such a good
Yes,
movie
that
too.
movie-
I didn't realize
so-
when that came out that it was the 15th remake of that fucking
I
thing.
refuse to spoil A Star Is Born for anybody because that movie caught me so off guard. I actually, when we were still allowed to watch movies at work, I watched that one at work. And
Oh, nice.
it fucked me up. I was crying at my desk watching A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
But Krista watched it and she had no idea it was coming because I refused to tell her, and it fucked her up too. But anyway, yes,
It's one where you
Anchorman-
kind of assume it's gonna get there, but
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
doesn't make it any easier when it does.
Yeah, for sure. So that's my number 10. So we'll move on to your number 9.
Okay, I think this one we have a better chance of, us having the same movie potentially on both. Of
I
our
think so
lists.
too.
I guarantee that happens at least once.
Oh yeah, it will.
So my number 9, it was tough to pick one of the two because I honestly can't remember. Like, there's certain parts I'm like, okay, was that in the first or the second one? I legitimately cannot remember. I ended up picking the first one just because usually the original is funnier.
Yeah.
And that's probably how it would be if I went back and watched it. My number 9 is 21 Jump Street.
Oh man.
That's so fucking good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got some news for you by the end of my list.
Okay, there it is. It's happening.
Yep.
There's just so many good one-liners, and Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum just fucking kill it together.
Yeah.
And Channing Tatum's just probably, I don't know if it's because he actually is, but he's just so good at playing a fucking really dumb person.
Yeah.
Like, he's just really good.
Sure.
One of my favorite lines in any movie ever, and it's so simple but so fucking funny, is when they get their schedule, and he just looks at Jonah, and he's like, alright, chemistry, that's the one with all the shapes and shit, right? And Jonah just looks at him like, you fucking idiot.
It's,
yeah. It's so good.
Krista said shit. Okay,
And
so
then
first
Ice
she said it
Cube's
was
so
awful
good.
and totally blindsided me when she's talking about A Star Is Born, not 21 Jump Street. And then
Yeah,
she said,
that shit was awful.
21 Jump Street, my number 1, fuck you, Miles Davis.
That's awesome. I think it's the second one, but the Schmidt wants the captain's daughter.
Yep, totally.
That part. How many
what are the
fucking
chances?
scabs are there?
There's literally 2 movies in my top 10 that have a quote about Miles Davis in them. What are the fucking chances of that?
Okay, I know what the other one is then.
Yeah, you do.
Which that's a good one. When we get to that, that's a good one.
Yep, yep. Alright, so that's
yeah,
your
my number
9.
9, 21 Jump Street.
I think our lists are going to be very different if this is any indication. Like,
Yeah.
we might have the same movies, but I think we're going to have them ranked very differently. Put your tongue back in your mouth. I don't like that. The part where they're on drugs. That's, for my money, that is a baton penis.
I need to watch it again.
But
it's
we need to watch it together.
I love it.
It's, oh god, it's yeah.
Ooh,
okay.
Green Gun.
Green Gun. That's my favorite punk band. I got Blue Gun here now. Alright, so my number 9 movie. Speaking of Miles Davis quotes.
Oh, here we go.
Arguably my favorite Adam Sandler movie of all time.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the best comedies of all time, and I will hear nothing of it. I went back and forth on 2 movies to put out my number 9 spot. I love them both dearly, but I had to give the number 9 spot to Billy Madison.
That's good.
It was between that or Happy Gilmore. I didn't want to put both on the list, but I love both those movies. I still think that they're funny. And I think it's a damn shame that Adam Sandler really peaked in like the 90s and early 2000s because his newer movies. I know, were you the one who was telling me that you watched his movie on Netflix with Jennifer Aniston, or was that, I think that was Aaron that was telling me.
No, but I've heard it's really good actually.
Yes, like it's surprising because like I'm even like, I don't mind movies that he has like Grown-Ups. Like I know those movies are like universally like hated and people think that they're fucking garbage. I just think they're a lot of fun. Like there's a part in Grown-Ups 2. I don't know if you remember in Grown-Ups. Have you seen Grown-Ups 2?
I don't think I saw the second one because I like the first one. I like the people, but like as a movie, I was like, it's okay. But
yeah, it's really not a great
still,
movie.
Like, all those guys
it's literally
in it is
just like those guys hanging out, like comedy legends hanging out. And so the second one is literally like, did they even make a script? Is this just them talking? Because that's how it feels.
Yeah.
And there's like somewhat of a story, but not really. So in the second one, the only reason I want to mention this now is because Grown-Ups and Grown-Ups 2 are not in my list, so I feel comfortable like talking about it now.
Same.
But David Spade, you find out that he has a son in Grown-Ups 2 that he didn't know about, and he like goes to bond with him. And he's like a shithead. He's like a kid, like he's like a teenager that looks like a grown man. He has like dirty blonde hair and like a crustache. And at one point, they're all like, the kids are all taking turns just like jumping off the cliff into the water, like in the lake. You know, like the stereotypical movie scene. And at one point, the camera's just panning around the lake, and it focuses in on David Spade's son, who really hasn't spoken that much in the movie. And it zooms in on him with a beer in one hand, and he's got his other hand up in a thumbs up, and he looks dead into the camera and goes, "Ha ha, summertime."
What the fuck?
And it's like one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but I've literally, like, there was a point in time where I had that video saved in my YouTube favorites. I would never watch Borderlands, or Borderlands 2, Grown Ups 2 again. I would never watch Borderlands 2 again. Grown Ups 2 again, but I would watch that scene on an endless loop. Like, I want that fucking scene on my gravestone.
There you go.
I think you're dead, aren't you? You're down?
I came back.
Oh, did
I
you?
got the second wind. Yeah. Oh, I'm down again though. But I should be able to kill this guy. Yeah.
I picked up this green machine gun at some point, and I like it a lot. So I'm gonna stick with it.
Nice. Yeah. I had one there's a type of gun where it has like a shield, like on the gun.
Yeah.
And that was really good. I have like the teleporting grenades, which is really weird to throw them.
Level 4.
We technically don't even have to be killing these, but they're here, so we're gonna
I was
kill
gonna say
them.
we might as well. I like just like checking all the boxes. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm in it to win it.
I did the same thing. You just have to get level 4. You just have to get a spine that literally the first guy you kill drops. But then...
I literally haven't used my ability yet either.
Oh yeah. So I've done it a couple times, but.
There we go. I'm just in a fucking mech now. So let me see if I can get a couple
find your
enemies
ass.
picked off here.
Oh fuck! You look amazing. So I wonder if you just pick your. Oh wow, that screen looks sick on the side.
Yeah. This is fucking dope. I very much am happy with my character choice thus far.
Hell yeah! I'm coming around on the my super too. Like it's good. Like if I'm in the shit, which happens a lot. Which if I'm gonna go with shotguns, it'd probably be good to have like a really good super. It's up close.
Alright, so my number 9 was Billy Madison. So what is your number 8, sir?
My number 8. For my list, make sure. Okay, yes. So this movie is tradition in my family to watch this movie every Christmas Eve.
Okay. I think I know where
My
you're going
number
with
8 is Christmas Vacation.
Yes, my favorite Christmas movie. That and A Christmas Story
Absolutely.
are my 2 favorite Christmas movies.
Absolutely. Chevy Chase fucking kills me in that
Now
movie.
I'm mad that that's not on my list, but I think, personally, we need to do a Christmas movies list.
That would be fun. Yeah,
Because
I'm down for that.
I already know my top 5. I already know my top 5. I'm not going to say them
That'd be
here
fun. I
because
didn't think
that
of
would be
that.
no fun for anybody.
Right. Yeah, every Christmas Eve we watch that movie, and
I watch it like so.
all the
back when
vacations are good, but
yeah,
that's
when
the best one.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Oh, you're fine.
I used to watch it like nonstop, like back when I still owned Blu-ray. So I think I mentioned before, I'm like a completely digital now. I don't buy physical games or movies anymore. I just buy digital, and I'm happy with that transition because, yeah, it's just I like it better. But anyway, Christa said hallelujah and holy shit. Where's the Tylenol? My favorite line from that movie. Chevy Chase.
Pile
is so
of monkey
good.
shit he is.
But anyway, I used to watch that movie on Blu-ray like a couple times, and then I would just watch it on TV a bunch of times when they play it. But now I realize, like the classic Christmas movies, I don't need to own them anymore because they play them on TV nonstop throughout December.
Yeah.
So I just watch and then the Christmas Story marathon that they do on like TBS and a couple of
like
different
the
other
full
channels.
24 hours every year.
So I literally just watch it on a loop. So I can agree, I can get down with that pick 100%. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Cousin Eddie's the fucking best.
Yeah.
Shitter's full.
Merry
That fucking
Christmas,
cracks me up
shitter's
every
full.
fucking time.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck? So, I didn't find these guys last time, or when I did the first time. I think I fucking missed on that somehow. Oh, I hate shotguns that reload one bullet at a time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to change that.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
fuck.
Oh boy. There's a badass down here. Oh boy. Oh
Yep.
boy. I'm going to activate my mech ability.
Yep. Oh, reload, you dumb bitch.
There we go.
Reload, reload, reload. Come on, 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 come on. Alright, he's gone. My god. He also got a shotgun. Oh, is that badass? There's 2 badasses there.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
That's Chris Hardwick, that unknown voice.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep,
I
we're about to
remember you
find him.
telling
I
me
forgot
that
he's
he
up
was
here.
in this.
Yep. I think he's over here. Which that's true. There was a good reason to be up here. Where's it at?
Ooh,
It's like
there's
the
there's
hallway
a
on
green
a map.
shotgun down here now. I'm gonna try this guy
nice.
out.
So I picked up. I think what I end up doing is I pick up shit unless one's like blatantly better. I just grab it when I go back to town. I kind of like take a minute and
that's a
look
good
at
way
what
to
I've
be.
got.
All right, so your
Just 'cause
number
there's
8
so
was
much.
your number 8 was Christmas Vacation. Is there anything else you'd like to
Yep.
say about Christmas Vacation?
No, I don't think so. Just fucking Cousin Eddie makes that fucking movie.
Yep, him and Chevy Chase.
Just, he's so fucking good.
I like the original
Good
Vacation
talk,
quite a bit too. I feel like people
That
talk
one's good
about
too, yeah.
people talk about Christmas Vacation more than the original Vacation. I feel like.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
Vegas
think that-
Vacation's good too.
I still haven't seen that one. I've never seen that one.
That one's pretty funny.
Isn't there a European Vacation one too?
Yep. I think that's all of them. Okay, where the fuck
alright.
do we go to make it?
So
show
my
up?
number 8. This is where I think you and me are definitely going to start having similar movies, and I think we just ranked them differently.
Okay.
So I have a feeling this is on your list for sure. I think this is actually at the top of your list.
Oh, fuck me up.
So we got to say rest in peace to one of the realest comedians
Yep.
and comedic actors to ever live,
Yep, yep.
to ever walk this earth. One of my all-time top favorite comedic actors to ever walk this earth. A Saturday Night Live
Mhm.
cast member to boot. Had some of the best Saturday Night Live skits of all time. And then
Oh,
went on to
man,
have
yes.
a pretty good movie career on top of that. Of course, I'm talking about Chris Farley. Rest in peace to Chris Farley. And
Yep.
the movie that I'm talking about for my number 8 is Tommy Boy.
Absolutely. That will be on my list.
Yep.
So I'll let you take it away this time.
Yeah, so one of the most quotable movies of all time, as are most of these comedies on my list, but I think that's far and away my favorite Chris Farley movie, even though the ones that most people don't like Black Sheep and Beverly Hills Ninja and those movies, I liked all of his movies. I really did.
Oh, I literally didn't see one I didn't love.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
Did you
literally
ever
my
see
favorite.
that random one called Almost Heroes? Did you ever see that one?
Yep, with Matthew Perry.
Yep.
I think I've only seen that one time, but I did like it.
Okay.
Because that's probably like, it felt like his most obscure of the ones that he like starred in.
Yeah, yeah.
Which he was in Billy Madison too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, as the bus
So just now.
driver.
No yelling on the bus.
That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace.
Of
I know from
piece.
experience, dude. No, you don't.
No,
yeah,
no, you don't.
You're right. I don't. But my friend, he and her got it on. Hey! No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. But you can.
Yeah, but I
imagine
know a
what it'd be like
guy
if they
who.
did.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck you are. I can't get over to where you are. I'm like just stuck in this fucking area.
Oh, if you go,
Like
if you jump up over here.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if you see me hopping up and down over there. Yeah.
I just
we
this
have
is
to, like,
what
get to it from
happens
the
every
back.
time we fucking stream is I start talking and it's like, oh, I'm playing a game
I know.
still.
I know. I'm right there with you.
Okay, here we go. All right, yeah. So
All right, I don't
Tommy
know why he's-
Boy.
Oh, we gotta talk to him. Yeah.
Tommy Boy. You eat a lot of paint
Oh,
chips
yeah.
as a kid?
Propaganda center all by your little self?
Why?
I do. Barely broke a sweat.
Classic.
Dad.
Impressed?
A lot
Is
of
that for
people,
me?
you know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years. I know. They're called
Yeah.
doctors.
They're called doctors. Maybe you should have called. I did call later or earlier. I used the phone. Oh, really? What number did you call?
2, 4,
2, 4,
9, 6,
5,
7, 8.
6, 7, 8.
Did I catch
I'm
a
so glad you
niner
know all
in
these
there? Were you
fucking
calling
codes.
from a walkie-talkie?
No, it was cordless.
Hey, we should get
I
going.
literally that whole fucking movie. You put it on, I'll say it word for word.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love that movie.
Kind of like your
Oh,
suitcase.
They have a thin candy shell.
Your
Surprised you didn't know that.
Your brain's the one with the shell on it. Are you talking? Shut up, Richard.
Shut up, Richard. You say it to my brother all the
You
time.
sound
My
like
brother's name's
fucking
Rick.
Chris Farley right now. What's going on, Alex?
Me?
Like just there when you said "shut up, Richard," you literally sounded like Chris Farley.
I think it's literally because I've seen that movie
Okay.
173 times, probably.
Okay. Okay.
It's just I can just imagine exactly how he's like, "Whoa, bad! Woo!"
Every bandit on Pandora worships him like God.
Oh man.
This ain't the end
Yeah.
of us. No wait. We're gonna show this world a thing or two.
We're
gonna show.
I got a D plus. I'm gonna graduate.
Glad to see me.
I wish we'd known each other. This is a little awkward. Ah, bah.
Oh,
fuck, man. I love that
know
movie.
a skag den over here.
Oh, damn. That's what I call my bedroom.
Skag den. No, I'm getting you. That's your Christmas present this year. I'm getting you a sign that says the skag den on it. You gotta hang it on your bedroom door.
Hell yeah. Tiff will love it.
Yeah, she'll know exactly what it means too.
She knows.
She knows. All right,
Oh,
so that's
man.
my
So my number 7,
8.
huh?
So what's your number 7? We're getting there. We're getting to the halfway point almost.
Yeah. So my number 7, since Tommy Boy's extremely quotable, this movie is also very quotable.
Okay.
You mentioned a Will Ferrell movie already.
Okay.
This is my favorite Will Ferrell movie.
Mhm.
Him and John C. Reilly do great work together.
Mhm.
But their best work, to me, is definitely Talladega Nights is great.
Yes.
But Step
Yes.
Brothers is my number 7.
Yep.
Step Brothers is my favorite.
Yep.
So fucking good.
Yep.
Are you fucking high? It's Shark Week.
So it's a fucking Carolina wine mixer.
Are you saying pow? Pow!
Pow pow! Rob Riggle is so fucking great. He's like such an underappreciated gem of comedy. It's just so fucking good. In that 21 Jump
Take your dicks
Street-
like Kobayashi.
Pow!
What's your favorite? What's your favorite dinosaur? Velociraptor. Yeah, if you had sex with one dude, who would it be?
John Stamos.
Favorite non-pornographic magazine to jerk off to? Good Housekeeping. So we just become best friends.
Krista's literally in the chat quoting this as we go.
Can we make so much room for activities?
Can we make bunk beds?
Hey,
You're
did you,
45 years old. You could do whatever you want. So.
I think this movie, I think I put it too low now that we're talking about it. I'm not even gonna
honestly,
fucking lie.
it's so fucking funny.
Oh my
God,
Randy
that's the
better not
problem.
talk to me.
Comedies,
Randy better not mess with me.
besides horror movies, comedies are definitely like my favorite genre of movie.
Oh, they're
to watch.
absolutely my favorite.
Well done, Voltan.
Randy better not talk to me.
You have access
Stop, drop that
Drop that
motherfucker.
motherfucker. Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm gonna
And
go
then
up
fucking-
there and I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
You touch my drums? No, I was watching Cops. Oh, why are you all sweaty? I was watching Cops.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
really? 'Cause I happen to know for a fact.
Okay,
This Cops
Krista
doesn't
says,
come on till
Krista
4.
says, what does John C. Reilly say in his sleep, which is my favorite line in the whole movie, where he's like, the clown has no penis.
I forgot about that. The clown has no penis.
Clown has no penis.
Fuck me up. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, man, I
so
need to
my
watch
number,
Louis
my
Emerson all
number,
these
my
movies
number
now.
7. I have a feeling this is going to be in your top. It might even be your top if I'm remembering our conversation from months ago correctly.
Okay, I'm very excited.
My
'cause-
number 7 is one of the best comedies of all time, which I'm probably going to say about every movie on this list.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I
But
forgot
one of the
we-
best
We could drop down in here.
on-screen comedy duos I've ever seen for my money.
Lock me up. I know where you're
Um,
going with this.
You know where I'm going with this? Okay.
I think so.
This movie, when I was a kid, had one of the funniest scenes in it where a man just has explosive diarrhea because his buddy slipped him some X-Lax in his tea. And to this day, I don't exactly, I still don't have, like, the same sense or taste for fart jokes and, like, toilet humor that I used to, but I'll be damned if that
this is
movie
the
doesn't
king.
come on. This is the king of, like, the toilet humor. This is, like, the first time I ever saw it done right. And, of
fuck, you got a
course,
fight up there.
you already know that movie is Dumb and Dumber, what I'm talking about. You know I had to do it.
Hell
to him.
fucking yes. Hell yes.
Um,
We'll just say that we'll be making another appearance on this
yeah,
countdown.
we'll just say, that movie is so, it's just, all these movies on both of our lists, you and I are so similar because we're just picking the same movies but ranking them different.
I know.
But you and I,
Pretty much.
like, have this unique ability where we can, like, we can finish each other's sentences but only when we're, like, quoting dumb comedies.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty much where
The
we're
same
at.
dumb joke comes into our head. And it's,
Yeah.
it's exactly the same time.
So, but yeah, Jim Carrey, he sure is like way different now than he used to be.
Oh man, yeah.
I still like him. Like I still like him as a person. He's he's for the environment. You know what I mean? Like he's an environmental activist. He's like opposed to Trump, which is a good thing, a good quality to have in a person.
I'm a fan of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that usually. And just an all-around, like, he was one of the best comedy actors of all time. Made some of the finest comedies that you'll ever see on your TV. And Dumb and Dumber, far and away, is my favorite Jim Carrey movie. I mean, the Cable Guy was an unexpected great one that I saw. Gets a lot more serious than you'd imagine. Like, have you seen The Cable Guy?
I have not.
Oh, bud. Okay,
is that a newer one or is that an old one?
It's like around that era. It's in the 90s. It's in that sweet spot.
Okay.
My dad showed me this movie when I was a kid, and I did not understand how serious this movie would get as a kid. So, I only watched it once as a kid because it weirded me out. It kind of reminds me of when my dad and I watched the Lethal Weapon movies when I was a kid. And so we saw Mel Gibson kind of being serious in it, but not like it was like kind of a jokey movie too. But then we watched Mad Max, and he was like, "Oh man, Mel Gibson's just like I don't like this Mel Gibson. He's too dark for me." You know what I mean? So Jim Carrey in The Cable Guy, spoiler alert, that movie gets into some serious fucking shit. But it's still funny. Like it still has the typical Jim Carrey stuff in it. But it's still like, oh man, that and Liar Liar is still funny. The Mask is still funny.
Oh my god. Yes. I forgot about The Mask. That's such a good one.
But anyway, yeah, Dumb and Dumber, endlessly quotable. That soundtrack, oh my god, the Dumb and Dumber soundtrack.
Oh my god.
I legitimately still listen to it. Like on occasion, I will just like, no.
She's a vegetarian.
Mary Mo, Mary Mo.
God. Yeah. Who got the Wiener Schnitzel?
Footlong. Who's
got the footlong? Oh yes.
Shit.
God, I love that movie. Let's see. So now we're going to where we get the car.
No, Lloyd. I say we stay here, hunt for jobs, and we save up money for the
worm store.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of being chased by predators.
My parakeet Petey.
His head fell off.
He's dead. Oh, I'm sorry, Harry. What happened?
His head
fell off.
What?
His head fell off? Yeah, he was pretty old. Oh my god, yeah.
No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
Thanks for noticing.
Pull the vehicle over to the side of the road.
Side of the road.
That noise that guy makes when he drinks the urine in the beer bottle, too.
Oh, that fucking Harlan Williams.
Yeah. Yep. You know what dumb comedy I watched the other day that still kind of holds up? Is Road Trip.
Speaking of...
Do you remember Road Trip?
Oh my god, yes.
With Tom Green,
it's been a
Sean
while.
William Scott, Breckenmeyer.
Yep. Eurotrip's also really funny.
Yes, oh my god. Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me
do it in my van every Sunday. It's a chick from fucking Smallville.
In church, but she doesn't go. So she's on her knees and Scotty doesn't know.
No.
Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Whoa. And it's just fucking Matt Damon.
Yeah. You thought Mika was a guy? Oh my god. Fuck, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Another tangent. Have you ever seen Sex Drive?
Yes. Oh my god, I fucking love that movie.
That movie's so fucking... They fucking put the little dick on the donut.
The donut
costume.
and he goes rolling down the stairs.
Yeah. That kid that's in that, like the kid who's trying to get him laid, the one who's in Hot Tub Time Machine, which that's another...
Clark Duke is his name. He's really funny.
He's so good.
He was in The Office for a while. Do you remember when he was in The Office?
Hot Tub Time Machine is on my list. Really?
Clark Duke was in The Office in like the last couple seasons. Like they brought a couple interns in, and he was one of the interns that got to stay. And he was really good in The Office too. Honestly, he's really good at like sarcastic humor, which I can appreciate.
I did not know that. We got another side mission over there we could grab.
All right. So anyway, so far mine is 10 Anchorman, 9 Billy Madison, 8 Tommy Boy, 7 Dumb and Dumber.
Nice. And I've got 10 Wedding Crashers, 21 Jump Street, 8 is Christmas Vacation, and 7 was Step Brothers.
Very solid list, no matter how you cut it.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's okay,
We're just getting started.
I can
All right, so what's your next one? You gotta do it to him.
All right. So you already said the name of this movie, but it was not on your list.
Okay.
You, like, mentioned it in passing. I was like, oh, that's coming up. My number 6 is my second favorite R.I.P. Chris Farley movie of all time. He's got two of my top 6 movies of all time for comedies are Chris Farley movies.
Mm-hmm.
To me, by far, other than my number 1 Chris Farley movie, his second best work was Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yes.
I fucking love that movie.
That movie's so
The whole
funny.
part where he's trying to fucking impress the super hot chick, and he's just like, close your eyes and count to 9. When you open them, I will be gone. He's like fucking behind a curtain. He just like fucking runs through that wall. Sensei's gonna kill me.
That movie put "Give Me All Your Lovin'" by ZZ Top on the map for me when I was a kid, and then I became a ZZ Top fan for a while. And I was listening to "Give Me All Your Lovin'" and "Sharp Dressed Man."
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I got all this money. I got $1,562, but I don't know if I should buy more guns or like sell what I got.
Yeah, I always end up trying to sell what I have as best I can. I just bought some green gun that was like 111 in there. I was like, oh fuck, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
replace
sell
my
some
other
stuff.
shotgun. Yeah, it's pretty much if I'm not using it. Excuse me, I just dumped the shit. Like I have a blue shield that I can't wear yet that I randomly got.
All right.
It's harder to compare guns in your inventory now. Like you can only compare while selling. Really
So this
well.
is how fucking smart I am. I bought a new, better shield earlier, but I forgot to equip it.
There you go. Oh, if you go back to your in the inventory, those all items, that head and the thing on the bottom left right there, those are just like skins.
Yeah,
that you
I
just hit
unlocked-
X
yeah,
on, and
that's what I just did.
'cause
I just
they
took
take
care
up
of
an inventory spot until you. Yeah. I just
Alright,
have
I'm
to
gonna
look over
finish
and I
selling
saw
my
it.
stuff here, and then we can move on to the next thing. So
Okay.
anything else you want to say about Beverly Hills Ninja before we move on?
No, I just Chris Rock's in that movie, and he's really fucking funny too. It's just anything with Chris Farley, I fucking love it. It's just more classic Chris Farley.
Absolutely.
Just as a fucking ninja.
The thing about Chris Farley that was astounding to me is when I look back on his career, I think of course, like the famous SNL skits, like the Living in a Van Down by the River, and I think of Tommy Boy and stuff. But how many actors do you know of that they're remembered not only for like their starring roles, but for like their tiny roles where they just popped up in a movie? So like him and Billy Madison, like that part is just forever in my brain. Like when I think of when I think of Chris Farley, the first two things I think of are Tommy Boy and that scene from Billy Madison with the bus driver.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen Dirty Work?
I haven't seen that one. Is that a Norm Macdonald movie?
Yeah, Norm Macdonald and fucking Artie Lang or whatever is in it. And Chris Farley's in that, and he plays a guy who has part of his nose bitten off.
Okay.
He's like, that Saigon whore who bit my nose off. And he's like, he ends up marrying her by the end of the movie. There's some like chick at the bar that he like pissed off, and she literally bit his nose off. And he's like, there's a bar fight about to start at this bar, and he's like, oh yeah, baby. He's over at the jukebox trying to pick a song. He's like, Street Fight, Rolling Stones, G7, and he like pushes the button, and there's a guy standing next to him. He's like, you just press G8. And he like looks down real quick, and while this bar fight's going on, Pina Coladas is playing in the back. I'm like, do you like Pina Coladas? And people are getting like thrown over the bar, bottles smashed on their heads, tossed out of the window. It's so fucking good. Oh my god. But yeah, that's my number 6.
One of my favorite other Chris Farley things is, did you ever see the SNL one where they like make the coffee with crystals instead of coffee grounds, and they like fooled him into drinking it, and then he goes, what? And he's like, these are made with coffee crystals, you can't even taste the difference. And he goes, you son of a bitch.
I love his interview ones too.
Yes,
he's like real nervous.
Remember when you were in the Beatles? That was awesome.
That was awesome. Like that felt like actual Chris Farley to me.
Oh god.
Like when he wasn't. Oh man.
What a way to go, man. He was just way into partying and drugs and drinking.
I know.
He was way into eating, and same thing with John Candy, another legend that went too soon.
Yep. I know.
Alright, so, what was that? Your number 6, right?
Yep. Not your number 6.
My number 6 is one of yours, which we've already talked about it a lot, so I'll just say it. Step Brothers is my number 6.
Hell yeah. I was tossing that up between 6 and 7. So we almost had the exact same number, which would have been really funny.
So I think we've covered that
Classic
one enough.
Step
So we'll
Bros.
just go straight to your number 5 in the interest of time.
Yep, Derek Spreckens you dick. So my number 5 is... I was going to say it might be the newest movie on this list, but that's definitely not true. 21 Jump Street's newer, and there's another movie that's yet to come that's newer, I think. Jonah Hill's like breakout movie to me.
Okay.
I think it was the first
yep.
Michael Cera movie I'd ever seen too.
Yep. I love
My number
both of them.
5 is Superbad.
Superbad is really fucking funny.
Fucking good.
Yep. I used to draw
Man, I
pictures
can't
of
believe you
dicks.
Oh, that's crazy because it just so happens that my back happens to be located on my cock. Oh. I can get alcohol for you, yeah. God, I can't believe you got to fucking suck on those titties growing up. Yeah, well, I can't believe you got to suck your dad's dick. That movie just has so many good, like...
Yeah.
That was one of the first, like, middle school when, like, the first, like, R-rated comedies I was able to work myself into seeing somehow.
Yeah.
Where, like the crazy vulgarity almost of a movie was, like, so new to me, but it was so funny at the same time.
My dad
And just,
took
like,
me
those,
to
like,
theaters
high
to
school
see...
humor things.
My dad took me to theaters to see Superbad, so that was a little awkward
Oh
at
my
times
God,
watching that
yes.
with him there. But he was the one, like, my mom wasn't into... She was into some of the dumb comedies, but he was the one I watched all my dumb comedies with, so he always liked all those.
Yeah.
To this day, one of the movies that I'm really upset that didn't make my list that technically should be on there.
Right.
But Hot Rod. Have you ever seen Hot Rod? With Andy
I haven't,
Samberg?
but I've heard it's so fucking funny, yeah.
That's my dad's favorite comedy of all time. There was a point in time where I would like talk to him and he'd be like, "Yeah, I watched Hot Rod again." And I was like, "How many times is that?" And he's like, "I lost track a long time ago."
Yeah, I watched Hot Rod again.
Yeah, I
It's so
watched Hot
funny.
Rod again. But that's
Oh
kind of
my
like how
God.
it worked. It was cool because like he showed me in the '90s like all of his favorite old comedies, you know.
That was
And
my
we kinda-
older brother Rick for me.
And then we kind of got to see all the
Showed
new
me all
comedies as they
those.
were coming out, like Dumb and Dumber. I watched for the first time with my dad. So he showed me Tommy Boy, all those. So it was cool like growing up because then he like kind of lost touch with like what modern comedy was. So it's like, oh, Superbad is like the dirty, it's like they're like vulgar comedies now. And some of them, like, he's just like, oh, this is just too vulgar. Like, they're just trying to, like, out-vulgar one another. He's like, I'm not into
Well,
that.
it's just, yeah, I mean, that's a valid point for some of them. It's just like, how outrageous can we get?
Yeah.
I hate these dog noises.
Yeah, I could
these
do
things are
without
making.
that. I could really do without that.
Yeah, damn.
Let's see what kind of gun we got here. Oh, quick charge sheet.
Yeah, my older brother was the exact same way for me. Like, he's the one who showed me, man, there's so many of those movies I watched for the first time with him. Tommy Boy, Dumb and Dumber. They're not on my list, but they're very good. I watched American Pie for the first time with him.
Oh, American Pie is another good one. I feel like my honorable
fucking
mentions
good.
list, it would be so giant, so that's why I didn't make one. But
Yeah,
Hot
I'll
Rod-
read off the rest of the 30 I came up with when we're done.
Okay.
Like the other 20, just
Yeah.
like what my list was I had written down.
Yeah.
Because there's some really tough ones that I thought for sure would be on it, and then they just didn't make the cut.
All right. So, what number was that?
So you're
That
number
was
5. That was my number
five?
5.
My number 5
Yeah,
is
number 5.
is going to be random if you've never seen it, which I don't know if you've ever seen this one. This might be my one on my list that you've never seen.
Okay.
One of two, maybe. This is an older movie. This one was made in the 80s, so it was made before I was born. Didn't really discover it until I was like a teenager, like in my early 20s. It's a mockumentary, so it's like a fake documentary that people thought was like real back in the day, but it's not. But there's an actual, so it's a
80s.
So it's actually called a rockumentary because it's based on a rock band. And this rock band that's in the movie is an actual real rock band that's still around to this day. Not as much as they used to be, but all the members, as far as I know, are still living. And they recorded several albums, like actual legitimate music, but all their songs are kind of like, not parody songs like Weird Al, but like all the songs are like funny songs. Like they're either sexual or the lyrics are just like goofy and funny.
Okay.
But anyway,
I don't think I've seen
this movie is Spinal Tap. That's my number 5.
Oh, okay.
So, Yeah,
Yeah, I have
movie,
not seen that.
Yeah, me and Christa quote this movie all the time. Like, it's the movie where Rob Reiner actually was the creator of this movie. I don't know if you know who Rob Reiner is, but he's like kind of like the interviewer.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, you would know him if you saw him. Did you ever see Dickie Roberts, the David Spade movie?
No.
You never saw that one? Okay. Rob Reiner's in that briefly. Yeah, Rob Reiner's directed a lot of really famous movies. He's more known as a director than an actor for sure.
Oh, so that might be where I've heard his, like, just of the name.
Let's see. I just got a new green shield I'm gonna equip. But anyway, there's a million quotable things. I need to sit you down and show you this movie at some point. But they have a song called Big Bottom that's about the guy's girlfriend who has a big ass. They have a song called Stonehenge, which is literally just about Stonehenge. And in the movie, they try to get a life-size Stonehenge built to bring on stage when they perform it. But the person who builds Stonehenge for them, they look at their drawing and they misread the numbers, so they get a tiny Stonehenge that literally maybe comes up to their knees. So to compensate for that, they hire midgets to dance around the tiny Stonehenge on stage during the song.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Ben said, I think it's bad that you could still only hold 2 weapons at the beginning. I agree. I'm with you there.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's very much like, you did this main story mission, here's a 3rd gun slot, like, type of thing. Where's this flying bird? Oh, there he is. Fuck. Fly down towards us, fucking bird. Okay.
But yeah, it's really, really funny. That's the movie that's famous for when he's doing the interview with Nigel, which is the bassist. He's like looking at, or no, Nigel's the guitarist, Derek's the bassist. He's doing an interview with Nigel, and he's like looking at his guitar amp, and he goes, actually, I got all these amps custom made to go to 11. And he's just like, it's one more. He's like, it's one more than 10. And so then Rob Reiner's like, why don't you just make 10 louder? Why wouldn't 10 just be the loudest? And then Nigel's just like, well, these go to 11. And it's just
He's
this
like,
back
no,
and
but you don't understand.
forever. But yeah, there's just some really funny lines throughout it. And then one of the best scenes in the movie is they actually come to Cleveland for a show. And they're backstage, and they can't figure out how to get out of the backstage area. They're just wandering around, holding their instruments, like saying, like, hey, Cleveland, we're going to be out there in a minute. And then they just keep circling back around to this one spot where this one janitor, like, told them where to go. He's like, you just got to go ahead and turn to the right. And they, like, go ahead, and then they turn to the left. And then they circle back around to where he's at. And he's like, no, to the right. And then they just keep circling back. It's just
fucking around.
It's a hard movie to describe. That's the one thing I will say. Out of all these movies, it's hard to describe until you've seen it. Like, I look back on it fondly because when I quote it, I think of the parts that I'm quoting. Whereas, like, you'd have to hear the music and watch it in the context of the movie. But it's legitimately one of my favorite comedies of all time, and I still listen to Spinal Tap's music to this day.
That's awesome.
So that's my number 5. So what's your number 4?
My number 4. Oh, man. Okay. So this is the movie... So, like, when I used to work at Bob Evans, it's like, oh, you work in a restaurant. Like, you have to have seen Waiting, right?
Uh-huh.
Which is, like, a real thing. Like, it's so fucking funny how perfect that movie is for a restaurant. Which is not on my list, but definitely an honorable mention. When I got the job where we work now, this movie was like that to me.
Yep.
And with our, like, older crowd at work, there's so many people that hadn't seen it, and I'm like, what the fuck? How have you not seen this movie and you work in an office? How have you not seen Office Space and you work in an office? Lindsay and I quote that movie all the fucking time. Like, our favorite thing to say about people that, like, aren't doing shit or just in general, like, what would you say you do here? Look, I told you already, alright? I deal with the goddamn customers. I have people skills,
damn it.
It's a board with different conclusions on it that you jump to.
A jump to conclusions match. Hey,
Michael...
Peter, man, turn on channel 7. It's the breast exam.
Check out the tits on channel 9. Hey, Lawrence, let me ask you something. Has anyone ever said to you, you having a case of the Mondays?
No.
Oh, man, fuck that, man. I can get your ass kicked for saying something like that.
Man, have I got some news for you about this last half of my list, then. Damn.
What'd you do if you had $1 million? Two chicks at the same time? Really, that's it? Yeah, I think I can make that happen with $1 million.
Chicks dig dudes with money. But I also
I was
love
meeting
how
with
he
the
was
Bob,
just like,
too.
I would do nothing. I would just sit on my ass and I would do nothing. He's like, you don't need money to do nothing. Look at my cousin. He's broke and he don't do shit.
He don't do shit.
God damn it. It's so fucking good.
Lumberg?
You want to see my flare?
Yeah, here's your flare.
Oh, man.
Lumberg gave her the O face. I was like, oh. I fucking love that
Ride the
movie.
old bone roller coaster.
Oh, damn, it feels good to be a gangster. When he
Gangster.
fucking turns down the rap
Yeah.
music on the...
Oh, yeah. Back up in your ass with the
I think we get a car.
resurrection.
That's another one that's been a few years since I've seen it that I need to circle on back.
I
because
make a point of
it's so
watching it.
fucking
I
good.
watch it. I swear to God, I watch that movie every couple months.
Oh my god.
I have it on
it's so
digital on
fun.
iTunes. That was one of my, like when I sold all my Blu-rays, I was like, this is one of the first movies I need to have again. And so,
Yeah.
like sometimes iTunes will put movies on sale for as low as like $3 or $4 or $5, and that was one of the first cheap ones I snapped up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what was that? That was your number
That's so
4?
good. That was number 4, yep.
Okay, my number 4. Don't know if you've seen this one. It is
Okay.
part of a trilogy, a comedy trilogy with British people. It is
Do not
called
think so.
it's called the Cornetto trilogy, is what the trilogy's called.
Okay, I've heard of them, but I've never seen them.
The other two
Let's
movies
go.
in the series are called Hot Fuzz and The World's End.
Oh!
So
okay,
my
I know what
number
you're
4
talking about.
movie is Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
So this
yes,
kind
that's
of
very good.
This movie like fills a couple different needs for me. The horror movie aspect of it, because it is kind of scary at some points, but it's just
My
genuinely
dad
very
fucking
very
loves
funny.
that movie.
That movie's fucking
Yeah.
amazing. Out of that trilogy, I think that I would rank them in the order they came out. Shaun of the Dead's my favorite. Second favorite's Hot Fuzz. Third favorite is World's End. I've stuck to that for years, and I'm sticking to that. But Shaun of the Dead is another one that Chris and I quote all the time. Like, Liz called to see what time we're going to go out tonight, and then your mom called to see what time I'm going to eat her out tonight. Wait, what?
I've only seen that movie, I think, once or twice,
Yeah.
but it's very good. Like, I think I've told you before, my dad's got some, like, he's fans of, like, the really, really old movies that are, like,
Yeah.
some of them are, like, a little too cheesy for me,
Yeah.
and a lot of his, like, zombie stuff like, almost crosses that line for me. But that one I actually really, really liked. I thought it was really good.
I like old zombie movies
Shout out
too.
Dad
So I
when
feel
you
like
watch
yeah,
this.
me and Mr. Leach are gonna have a lot to talk about when we inevitably cross paths one day.
Oh yes,
We're gonna
it'll
talk
happen.
about Night of the Living Dead is my favorite zombie movie by far.
Oh hell yeah! I don't know what my dad's favorite is.
Return of the Living Dead is a close second. Shaun of the Dead is third, as far as zombie movies
Nice.
go. But yeah, that's my number 4. Shaun of the Dead, infinitely rewatchable. It's like it makes the short list of movies that like if I need like a comfort movie,
Yeah,
that's one of the movies
It's
that I'll
tough
put
song.
on. Yeah.
yeah.
I also struggle with this list because there's some movies that I really like that are technically comedies, but I consider them more like dramedies, so I didn't put them on this list.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I'm not going to spoil it because eventually we are going to do a top movies of all time list, which is going to be the hardest ranking I've probably ever had to do.
Oh yeah.
But
That's
I know
gonna be
my
a tough
top,
one.
I know my top 2 movies, and I know I've told you before, but I'm not going to say them so it can be a surprise. But they're both technically
Okay.
comedies, but they're also more like they deal with like drama too, sort of. So.
Right.
Okay, so that's my number 4. So now we are down to number 3 for Alex.
The top 3.
Top 3. What are the top 3 funniest movies? Your favorite
Damn.
comedies?
So this will be the last movie we haven't talked about already.
Okay.
The other 2 have been mentioned already, so that's
Okay.
a little hint.
Okay.
Tiff and I just watched both of these. There's 2 of them, and I think it's one of the rare cases where a comedy sequel I feel like is always like tough to pull off
Yeah.
for a lot of like movies and stuff. For
Yeah.
like the second one to be up there, and I still think the first one's better, and that's the one I picked. But the second one's impressive to me for a comedy sequel. And it's this and Hall Pass came out like at the exact same time, and they
Yeah.
made me love Jason Sudeikis.
Oh, he's
So I was
so
like, who
good.
the fuck is this guy? He's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
But my number 3 is Horrible Bosses.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned that one to me before. I
fucking
like
love
that. I
movie.
like that movie, but I'm not nearly as big of a fan of it as you are. I can respect it
Really?
for what it is, but yeah, I don't like love it, but I think it is really funny.
Oh my
I still
god.
haven't
Jason
seen the second one either.
Bateman's. It's still good. Like Tiff made a good point about it that it's funny, but like the first movie, like the story's actually pretty good. That like the
Yeah.
natural situations they would be in, like just cause funny stuff to happen. The second one, they're just so fucking stupid that like
Yeah.
they do dumb shit to put themselves in bad situations, and like like sometimes that's like, okay, well, this is just dumb at this point. But like to me, I think it's still fun. Like Chris Pine's in it and Christoph Waltz, and they're both really, really good.
Christoph Waltz is a fucking fantastic actor.
Oh man, he's a boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do we? Oh, we gotta go steal a car back. That's right.
So that's your number 3.
My number 3.
All
Yep.
right. My number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've definitely heard of this movie. I'm hoping you've seen it. I'm assuming you've seen it. I know it's not on your list, but it's one of my favorite, not just one of my favorite comedies of all time, but one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched this movie when it came out, I was in middle school. And I feel like, in a weird way, I've kind of grown up with this movie. And I feel like the one weird thing is, like, I can still laugh at, like, dumb comedies and stuff. And this movie's got some dumb humor in it, but it's also got some really smart writing because Tina Fey was involved with it. And she's one of my favorite female, like, comedy actresses, for sure.
Okay.
But my number 3 is Mean Girls.
Oh
That's my
man,
number 3.
Mean Girls is very good.
I fucking love
That's
this
also
movie.
a really quotable movie.
It's so quotable.
Tiff approves.
It's
Yeah.
It's so quotable. It's
Yeah.
unbelievably quotable.
Yeah.
Just like
It's like a movie of our generation too, I feel like.
literally like, okay, another movie that would be in my honorable mentions that was out around the same time was Napoleon Dynamite, and I still think that movie's
Yes.
really fucking funny. But I know that, like, kind of like with like Mean Girls, Step Brothers, Superbad, Napoleon Dynamite, they all got quoted into the fucking ground to where people like
Oh yeah,
made them
they
not
were just
funny.
so embedded into the culture for so long that
But literally, Christa just commented, "You go, Glen Coco." Like that was just a thing that like kids around my school would say for them. "More for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco."
Yeah.
And Aaron said on
Literally
Wednesdays
too
we
gay to
wear
function.
orange, so he definitely knows the movie as well. Dumbass. But anyway, if you don't know what I'm correcting, it's on Wednesdays we wear pink. Aaron's just being a dick. But anyway.
I was gonna say, I was like, was it orange?
Yeah, it's definitely not orange. But anyway, no, I fucking love it. And then I love like the what do you call it? Yeah, no, none for Gretchen Wieners. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron and I watched that movie together a lot as friends when we were like in middle school, and like we quoted it to each other all the time. But there were some movies that like I could never go back to because they were ruined for me because they were over quoted by like annoying kids in my school. But Mean Girls, I feel like it's like aging like a fine wine. Like it just keeps getting better for me. Like it never gets old. Like I just keep watching it, and it's still funny. Like there's never a point that I'm gonna watch Mean Girls where I'm not laughing the whole time while watching it.
Right. It's been years since I've watched it too, so
Aaron
it's
said
definitely
Josh
time.
has never watched a movie, so yeah, this list proves
Nope.
it. Never seen.
These
a
are my
single
favorite
one.
pictures.
Yeah,
Literal
pictures.
pictures.
All my descriptions I got tonight are from IMDb. I've never actually seen any of these. So that's
Just
my.
pick the random one.
So that's my number 3. So what's your number 2?
Okay, my number 2.
I know what your top 2 are, but I think the folks at home need to know what your top 2 are.
Yes. Like I said, both of these are actually. Oh fuck! I just looked at the map. We can't get in this way.
We can't get in this way. Okay.
How the fuck do we? God damn, we have to go back in through her. Oh, there's like a back way. That's right. All right, we have to run back to where Ellie is. God damn it. So my number 2 is on your list. I forget what number it was. Maybe 7.
Okay. Yeah.
I think. We talked about our boy Jim Carrey a lot.
Yep.
Him and Jeff Daniels, which is it's weird to me still, even though like Jeff Daniels is so past the Dumb and Dumber stage.
Yeah.
Like he's such a good serious actor.
Yeah.
It's still weird to me to see him because all I see is Harry Dunn. That's literally all I can see. It's just him shitting his brains out in that toilet and getting his fucking tongue stuck to the the ski lift. But my number 2 is Dumb and Dumber, which we talked a lot about.
I saved the seat for you.
Yeah, I think.
Hey,
Wait a
Billy's
minute,
in the
wait.
chat. Kings, let's go. What's up, Billy?
Billy.
In case you don't know, get fucking hip. That's Billy from X Arsenal. You heard?
Yes. You heard?
Billy,
Billy's
go
got
check
this
out.
guy
Yeah,
here
shout out
just
to
in
Billy
time.
from X Arsenal. It's XRSENAL. Go check him out on Twitter. He's been playing some FIFA lately. I'm not sure if he's been playing it on his channel, but I've seen on PlayStation he's been playing FIFA. So I saw he got that Ultimate Edition of FIFA to be playing it early. I'll be able to play it on Tuesday, I believe. But Billy's been playing a lot of the Call of Duty beta lately. He plays a lot of Gears of War stuff. But yeah, go check out Billy's channel.
Hell yeah.
And then of course
September's almost over.
Yeah, September's almost over. So if you got a Twitch Prime subscription, you really don't have anything else to do with it, or like, because most people, if they have a Twitch Prime subscription, they're like, oh, I'm gonna like give this to like my big, huge, like, you know, like fucking ninja,
Guy with 10,000.
like, you know. And then
Yeah,
I realized, like, I
I
got
would
this
never
Twitch
give
Prime
money to
subscription, that, like, I didn't even know how to fucking use it until the other night. And I was like, you know what? I'll give
Ooh,
this
I got
to
a blue
Billy.
gun out of that.
You got a blue gun?
Ooh. Yeah,
See,
fucking
I got a contact grenade of green.
better shotgun.
But anyway, so Dumb and Dumber is your number 2 movie of all time, then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good timing for Billy because we have the same number 1.
Okay. All right. So my number 2 is one that we've already talked about, so I won't go into further detail with it, is Office Space is my number 2 of all time.
Oh, yes. God, I know we literally just talked about it on mine, but that movie is so fucking good.
And then what's your number 1, which I
love
believe Billy just gave it away in the chat, but...
Billy, you fuck! You gave away number 1! Shows up, ruins the list.
Oh, man.
Oh. Well, we'll do this. Okay. I'll recap the whole list for Billy since he just got here. Sorry. So my number 10, favorite comedies of all time. Number 10, Wedding Crashers. Number 9, 21 Jump Street. Number 8, Christmas Vacation.
Sorry, I dicked it.
Addicted. Stop looking at me, Swan. Number 7, Step Brothers. Number 6, Beverly Hills Ninja.
Okay.
Number 5, Superbad. Just spit all over my phone. Number 4, Office Space. Number 3, Horrible Bosses. Number 2, Dumb and Dumber. And number 1, as Billy said, Tommy Boy. Fucking
Yeah.
R.I.P. Chris Farley. He the fucking goat.
Rest in peace to a real one. So my list
R.I.P. in
then,
pieces.
to sum it up, number 10 was Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Number 9 was Billy Madison. 8, Tommy Boy. 7, Dumb and Dumber. 6, Step Brothers. 5, This Is Spinal Tap. 4, Shaun of the Dead. 3, Mean Girls. 2, Office Space. And my number 1 is 21 Jump Street.
Oh, yours is too?
That's literally, yep, that's literally my number 1. My number 1.
That's so funny.
There's a lot of classic comedies out there. I know people are probably mad, like, I'll put like a classic as like your number 1.
Who's fucking airplanes? Like,
Yeah,
no, it's fine.
So
Wooden saddles.
to me, 21 Jump Street came out like 2010.
Something like that, yeah.
I
Pretty sure we were in high
stopped.
school.
I haven't stopped quoting that movie since the day I saw it. Like I think I went with. I don't know if I know Aaron was there for sure. We saw 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street, I think. But yeah, with me and Christa at least, it's like a regular occurrence for us to quote that movie on the regular, and 22 Jump Street. So that would be an honorable mention. The only reason I put 21 Jump Street and not 22 is just because 21 Jump Street came out of nowhere for me. Like in a time where movies, like comedies at least, were starting to get stale and samey. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like how we were talking about earlier, how like they recycle jokes and shit and stuff like that.
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
Are you in a vehicle right now?
Yeah, I just hijacked one.
Okay, well I am.
Like, hold square next to one. Are you dead?
No, I need. Oh, I almost hijacked it.
I think if you start shooting one, they kind of freak out, and, like, they'll just stop, which
I'm
is
like
weird.
running after this guy here. There we go, got him.
Yeah, basically take this back to a catch-a-ride, and then we can spawn a vehicle whenever we want.
Oh man, I forgot the vehicles control like garbage in this.
Yeah, it's like all the left stick, which is
It's
fucking
like
weird.
old Halo Warthog controls. What the fuck? Get with the times.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's our top 10 comedies of all time lists. Thanks
fucking
to everybody.
did it.
Yeah, we did it. So thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight. We'll be wrapping up in about 20 minutes here, so you still got about 20 minutes
Yep.
left of the stream. But
So
next
here's the
week,
question.
yeah,
What's the next list?
I don't know, bud.
Oh, we gotta jump this ramp. So
What do
you want to, like, take turns picking? Because
yeah, because did you
bands
pick...
was, like, accidentally like my idea.
Yeah.
Like it was just his first one, and then you wanted to do movies, switch to comedies. I kind of want to do TV shows.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
So I think that one's gonna be really good.
Okay.
So just like in general TV shows
Okay.
of any genre.
I've
I
got
guess.
some rough ideas of like my top 5, but I'm curious how I'm gonna round out my top 10. So
Yeah.
in the meantime,
kinda
if you
where I'm
folks want to leave any comments on the Adjective Noun Gaming YouTube channel when we post the archive of this, or if you want to reach out to us on the Adjective Noun Gaming Twitter or Facebook, leave us like what some of your favorite comedy movies are, and then for next week, if you want to leave some of your favorite TV shows, you always feel free to do that. We're always looking for some more audience participation up in this shit. So.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so that's settled. Then we'll do top 10 TV shows. So it'll be next Friday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so next Friday we're gonna probably do another 8 o'clock start time, but we'll probably go a little bit longer next week to make up for doing. I mean, 2 hours by no means is not a short stream, but
Right.
I think we need to put some time into this game. So, are you gonna drive?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna do? Are we driving somewhere? We probably grab this quest.
There's
for you.
Oh, it's like a kill guy quest. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to
Might
pick
as
it
well.
up. Yeah.
I'll
There's
get
one
the
back
gunner
at the
seat if you wanna.
start too. Okay, sure. I'll go grab the quest at the home base too.
Why is it not letting me get in the gunner
Top
seat?
10 favorite dogs. That'd be tough. Oh fuck, I'm in the different. I deployed 2 cars apparently. There we go. Or it's the one you stole. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
No, wait. It's got to be your bull.
Top
Get a
10
good look at
favorite
a T-bone
dogs.
steak by sticking up my bull's ass. That would be. That would be tough. I'm also bad at like the breeds, to be honest with you. I'd be like,
yeah, for sure. But I wonder if Aaron means like pop culture dogs or dog breeds.
You mean Ben? Because Ben
Top
said
10 favorite dogs, Ben. So Ben definitely said that. It definitely wasn't Aaron. Good. It's good that you guys are
Yo, this dog
clarifying
slaps.
now. So I know which one of you is which now. It's good. I have clarification I needed.
Children of the Vault have been leaving these suck-butt COB statues.
Some
all
suck
over
butt.
the place.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
That's the most
Chris Hardwick.
That is the most Borderlands shit I've ever heard in one sentence.
My
Absolutely.
image. Yeah, good idea. From chiseled jaw.
Like Chris
to
Hardwick's an
legendary
actor, and
cast.
I honestly think he
First
sounds
up,
like dog shit
go
in
find
this
all my
game.
weapons.
And I
Yeah.
like.
Yes, I am very wanted.
I know he had his
We're gonna
little
pull this
spat
off.
there
We're
where
gonna need those
shit looked pretty bad for him, but like
Yeah.
Chris Hardwick as like a TV guy, like comic. I love Chris Hardwick. Like his
Yeah.
I just listen to his podcast all the time, like the Nerdist podcast. And I don't know, you can just tell something's been off with him ever since that happened. So like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
honestly, I have no idea if he did it or not. Like it's very likely whenever shit like that, they just like pay enough for them to shut up, which is sad. And you never know anymore. But who the fuck knows?
It's always hard to
What
tell.
random
Like
thing could we
I
do
know,
shows?
yeah, it's hard to separate reality from like shows. Like, do I continue to still like support this person's work? You know, but
Right.
it's a rough decision to make for sure.
Yeah. I think we should be able to go kill this guy pretty quick.
Okay.
Trying to find one that we could do in the 15 minutes we got.
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been a lot of fun, though. We've had a lot of laughs listening off our top 10 favorite movies. I knew
Oh
we
my
were just going
God.
to start quoting them like crazy. I knew that was going to happen.
Oh yeah. That's the best part about those movies. It's like just running through all the lines.
Yep.
I think this is where we go.
Oh, didn't you say you were going to list
the
off
fuck
your
I
top
will.
30, like the ones that didn't make it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, before we run in here. Which I don't know how to run in here. Is this blocked?
Looks like it. That'll
Huh.
do.
Yeah, I'll just shoot it open. Weird. Alright, well since we're here real quick. So this was my full, this is the movies I had listed. Tommy Boy, Dumb and Dumber. Well, I'll just read the rest of them because we already know the other ones.
Yeah.
Saving
yeah.
Silverman. With Jason Biggs, Jack Black, and Steve Zahn.
Oh,
You ever
yeah.
seen Saving Silverman?
Oh, Saving
Yeah, that
Silverman's
one's a good.
fantastic, yeah.
Yeah. Orange County, another Jack Black.
Ben told me to watch that recently. He said that movie holds up still.
It's so fucking funny with Colin Hanks, Jack Black again,
Yeah.
John Lithgow's in it. It's really funny. The Longest Yard. I've never seen the original, but I love the new one with Adam
The
Sandler
original
and
is
like, Chris
solid.
Rock.
The original is solid, but like being an Adam Sandler fan, that Longest Yard remake is really really
Oh
funny.
my god, that movie's so good.
Yeah.
American Pie, The Hangover.
Mm-hmm.
This one almost made it. This probably would have been number 11 or 12. 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh yes.
Old School. Zoolander. Waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Black Sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple Express.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, this was just like I'm just listing any movie I can think of at this point. Have you seen the new Jumanji?
Okay, so I don't know what it is because I love The Rock and I love let's see.
You broke a controller. Jesus.
Call of Duty almost just claimed a controller. I need my purple one, boys.
Oh, almost.
Yeah, that purple controller's coming out in a couple weeks.
Yep, it's coming.
I got that shit pre-ordered on Amazon for sure.
Yep.
I don't know, like the new Jumanji movie was a lot of fun, but I don't think I loved it as much as the other people I know that loved it. Like,
oh man,
I was just
it like surprised me how much I liked it.
I hate to be that fucking guy, but I have so much love and respect for Robin Williams that the fact that
I do too.
Like and like I'm not saying this new movie tarnishes the original Jumanji because I fucking hate when people are like, oh, if they remake something, it's gonna make the old one seem like it's gonna tarnish the old one.
Like they made it so different that it really does feel like
it's not even.
thing.
It's like a different thing. Like especially this new sequel that's coming out, it feels like a completely different movie franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love The Rock and I can get down with some Kevin Hart and I like Jack Black. But yeah, I don't know, like I remember like actually falling asleep during Jumanji watching it. I might have just been tired.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I didn't.
We watched it on
love
vacation with like my whole family, and I don't know if that fit into it, but
yeah,
it was just something about like Jack Black being the girl was really funny, and like
it's just
The Rock and Kevin, their chemistry together was really funny. But I don't
guess
know.
like I don't
it
know
was just
what
kind
more.
of on there.
I don't know what more I wanted out of it because like I had fun watching it. Besides like being bored at times, but I just like I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of lukewarm with that one. I'll never know why. But
yeah,
the original Jumanji is amazing. I really like the original Jumanji a lot.
Yeah. Then the
Billy
last
said
couple I
I'd
had
rather
on
watch
here.
a Rock than The Rock. Billy, I'm gonna tell you again.
Billy hates him.
I can't fucking stand your opinion on The Rock, Billy. I really can't. I'm gonna butt heads with you on this every time. The Rock is one of my favorite people. I fucking love that man.
I had Date Night, which when you mentioned Tina Fey made me think of that.
Steve
with
Carell.
her and Steve Carell. That one's really funny. Have you seen Game Night? It's newer.
Yes, with Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams, and yeah.
Yep, that's so fucking
one.
funny.
That's a really good one too.
One of my favorite comedies I've seen in the last couple years, The Big Sick. You seen that one?
Yeah, with Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah.
That's with him at the fucking drive-in.
Oh yeah.
The drive-through with the just give me 3 fucking pieces of cheese. Don't fuck me on this one. Neighbors.
Oh yeah, the Zac Efron and Seth Rogen. I feel like you're literally listing off the same list I would have made. Like there's like a few exceptions here and there, but we have like almost the exact same taste in comedy movies.
Hell yeah. Half Baked.
Dave Chappelle. Yep, that's a great one.
Yep. Super Troopers.
Oh yes. Now, do you know how fast you were going?
No, 50 what?
Don't laugh.
Go 53. Don't be laughing right now. License registration, chicken fucker.
Do I look like a cat to you, boy, hopping around from tree to tree all nimbly, baby?
You talked to Phil and Lindsay about Super Troopers. They're fucking obsessed with that. We went and saw the second one in theaters with them.
Yeah.
And it was very fucking funny. It was good. I think the first one's better, but
the first one's definitely better. Yeah. I honestly can't remember.
Oh, that's right. You can
now.
butt slam right here. So if you jump up and press circle, you fly down into the ground like that.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think now that I think about it, I don't know that I think I've seen Super Troopers 2.
It came out. Oh fuck. Say fun was that we saw it like a year ago? You think? Maybe something like that. There's a part where they're in Canada during it.
Oh
and they're,
yes, I have
pretending to be
movie.
Mounties.
Yeah, it's
Do
still.
you have your party papers? That's the best fucking part.
Yeah,
just, like,
now
the
that
crazy
you
accent.
mentioned the Canada thing, I like when they're like the what did you call them, the Mounties or whatever?
The Mounties, yeah.
Mounties, yeah. I did not like it as much as the first movie, like for sure. Like the first movie is
Yeah.
so classic.
First
and,
one's amazing. Yeah.
Although I will say, like, it's one of those one-off comedies that's like hard to go back. It's like, how do you make a follow-up to like one of the biggest like underdog comedy movies of all time?
Well, I guess like I've never seen literally any of them, but the guys that made that movie
Made
are
a bunch of
cars up
other
top
ones.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what are they
there's like
called,
a million of
Drunken
them.
Lizard or something, or Broken Lizard.
There's one that's like Slammin' Sammy or something like that Phil
Slammin'
swears
Salmon.
by as like the funnest movie. I think
Yeah.
they do Beer Fest.
They also did Beer Fest. They have a couple other movies too. Yeah.
Yeah. The last two on my list were Friday
Uh-huh.
and Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
That's another great.
Home
Christmas
Alone's gonna be
movie.
on my Christmas list for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my full like.
I'm
Well, I
eating
put those
junk and
guys-
watching robberies. You better come out and stop me.
So good.
Psycho is sporting a great hat.
It's a fucking quest here too. I forgot about that.
Just go talk to
Now we're getting to that point where we just have a million side missions.
Greetings, chum.
That's a hard one, it
How does
says.
the day find you?
Are you one of these COV lunatics or what?
COB.
Fear not, friend.
Well, we got about 10 minutes left, so we'll have to do a short mission or just wrap it up. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think this might be the.
Short
So
mission.
can I have that hat?
I think
or-
this is the last part of gathering the ship for Claptrap.
Not right
So this is
now.
good timing, I think.
Okay.
Destroy the mind control transmission dishes
Yeah.
first. There,
So he's like
forces into my
a psycho, but he's mad that calming thoughts are going into his head.
Okay.
And there's like this little satellite thing above the shack right there, like up here. So we gotta shoot him.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like you shoot one at a time, and then there's like
Oh, I
another
see.
one that comes up. I forget where it's.
I see one over here somewhere.
Yeah.
My gun's got some sway on it for real. There we go.
There
I
you
got
go.
that one.
And then it's up to the left.
Billy said 6 viewers. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. This handgun does not have the fucking range for
But
it.
yeah, for sure. Thank you to Billy. Thank you to Ben. Thank you to Aaron. Thank you to Christa. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in tonight. We couldn't have imagined
yeah.
a better way to get back to streaming after being off for 3 weeks. But yeah, so join us. It'll
I
be
can't fucking hit
it'll
that.
be next Friday, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern time for more Border Boys. Let's see. Do you have to do this with a time limit?
No, there's just
Okay.
it's all the way over there, and this fucking pistol has no range, and my other gun's a shotgun. I don't know if you can get it.
There we go.
Nice. So now he's all, I'm fucking back, and we just kill him.
Hell yeah.
Yes! We're free of those horrible calming voices! I can finally be the skin cupcake!
Be the skin cupcake.
The fuck?
Completely sane,
Just
Sid.
got fucking blasted.
shiny. That
Oh wait, no, there is one more, I guess. Search a shack. It should be close though.
crats couldn't
Search
get me out of
or
Yeah, it's
shack?
just
jails anymore.
yeah, it's just a little.
Alright. Let's
Little
hop
quick
in
drive
the,
over
hop
here.
in- Yep.
Zip.
Zippity-doo on our way to the final thing of the night.
Hell yeah.
Meant to fly.
So yeah, what are your first thoughts of it
It's
compared
just
to
more
the other ones?
Borderlands. I think that I'd be a lot more unhappy with if I was playing it by myself, but
Mhm.
it speaks a lot to our friendship that I feel like I could play any game with you and it would make it better. But I think a game
Yeah.
like this in particular, it's much more, it's better with people, with other
Mhm.
people, especially friends.
So you have to do that slide move in to get in
Oh,
there.
okay.
Having some trouble?
Oh fuck. Thank God I can't hurt you with my grenades.
You'll never get in here.
It's killing it.
Can you go? What do you want?
Yeah, I think you have to start from off the platform. There you go.
Oh boy.
Neener.
Neener.
Damn, he fucking owned us.
There we go. That
fucking
shotgun
armor
feels
looks pretty
very,
dope.
very good.
Oh yeah.
That umbrella would come in handy with her
There we
face on
go.
Pandora never.
So
Okay.
basically now that we have all these, we
Yeah.
pick what we want fucking Claptrap's like new antenna to be.
Oh,
fuck.
nice. That's cool.
which I haven't seen him since doing this in my game, so I don't know if it like actually stays the whole time or what.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will get us back to like the main quest area and like a store to sell all of our shit,
Yeah,
so we
for
start
sure.
fresh next time
Yeah,
too.
hell
So
yeah. We made some good progress. We got a lot done.
yeah, we're already level 5, almost level 6.
Yeah.
I got skill points to spend too, actually.
I've been spending mine as I've gone along. I just put 1 into each of the top 3 so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really happy with my character choice so far. I like the turning into the mech
Yeah.
ability, and I like
It
all
looks
that.
really cool.
Yeah.
I was nervous about mine, but I'm liking it a lot more because it actually fucks
Okay.
things up.
Yeah,
which is
for
cool.
sure.
Alright, so we talk to him. I'll let you pick which one we want to give him.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's see where
So
you
I think we'll let you like interact with him for the quest, or does it all have to be me?
That lets me here.
There you go.
I
Cool.
can't decide. You've got to choose for me, recruit. But beware, you hold my very aesthetic. in
So
your
is it just an
hands.
aesthetic
Now,
thing, or does it actually make a difference?
I
which
think
one you
so.
pick? Okay.
Yeah, like he gives like weird,
So do I push the
like
switch
one-liners
button?
with it. Yeah.
I-
So pretty much all the things we just gathered,
this thing.
you pick what you want poking out of the top of his head.
Oh, okay. So there's that one, which
Now
is
I
just a
can poke things with
spoon.
my head, just
Yeah,
like
like a spork or something.
once.
The umbrella,
And
which I'm
now
very
I've got
fond
my
of. I like that
wherever I
one.
go.
I think that's the one I end up going with. And I think there's one more. That dumb hat we just got.
For a
Yeah.
shiny clap.
I think I'm gonna go back to the umbrella. The umbrella's got to be the play.
Okay. Yeah, I end up doing the same
Can't
thing.
go wrong with classic style.
I hate that it like makes you like load in basically every hat.
Oh, I know.
Look fantastic.
So I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I'll check them all. And I'm like, fuck, I have to go all the way
Yeah.
back to that umbrella.
Yep. Now we're at
It's
the
like a
spork
tiny
thing.
metal mohawk. Punk rock.
Tiny metal mohawk.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Our claptrap is looking good. So you know what that means. Time to end the stream.
Yep. That's what we do.
That's how it goes. All right. Well, anyway, thank you again so much to everybody that tuned in tonight. Couldn't have asked for a better reception for after being off for 3 weeks. Sorry for my fucking incessant coughing, but I just cannot shake this fucking bronchitis. Billy said GG.
I got
thanks,
bronchitis.
Thank you very much, Billy, for stopping by. I need to continue watching your streams. You've been streaming some good shit lately. That Twitch Prime sub is going to good use over at X Arsenal once again, so go check out his channel
Hell
if you
yeah.
get a chance. Go check out my buddy Alex here's channel, Swirly Games. He
Thank you.
basically, now unfortunately the channel did just peak with a video with his dad where they
It's all downhill from
they
here.
memorized the entire Who's On First, and it's fucking
memorize
fantastic.
a favorable word.
Memorize is a word. That's a word I could use.
Fuck, that took forever.
It really did seem like the cuts are not very noticeable, so it seemed like you had it memorized. And I
Awesome.
didn't really see your eyes looking at the paper very often either, so I was very, very impressed. As somebody who used to be in
Thank you.
community theater and had to actually memorize lines, I was impressed.
It's
So,
fucking hard, man. I have all this
Yeah.
respect for actors.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, yeah, check out Alex's channel, Swirly Games. Check out Billy's channel, X Arsenal. Check out the Adjective Noun Gaming YouTube if you haven't done that in a while. Krista's been
Hell
doing
yeah.
the 100 Baby Challenge on The Sims 4. I think she's up to like episode
Mhm.
6 of that, 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
She kind of, so it's a big thanks to her for like carrying the weight of the channel like while I was out sick for a couple weeks. But yeah, other than that, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks to Billy, thanks to Alex, thanks to Ben, thanks to Aaron, thanks to Krista, thanks to anybody else who tuned in and watched along the way.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. Both Bens that are in the chat. And I think that's going to do it for tonight. So, yeah, in the next week or so, we're going to think up our top 10, what was it again? The TV shows? Yep.
TV shows,
TV
yeah.
shows. So that'll be next Friday.
Let us know your guys' top 10.
Let us know your top 10
comedies of
in
all
the
time.
comments or something. Please do. I'd love to hear
Yeah.
your guys' top 10. And Krista said you're welcome in the chat, so thank you again.
Thank you, thank you.
So yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern for another edition of Border Boys. We'll see you guys next time.